This is a Wink News update.
This is Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Lee County Sheriff deputies have arrested a suspect, Benjamin Page, in the Lehigh Acres homicide last weekend of Terrence Brown. Authorities say the victim had sexually explicit pictures of the two and refused to delete them. Naples police need your help to find several people who went on a destructive rampage at the 3rd Street Plaza shopping center. You can see the video of them smashing windows on the Wink News app. Call Naples police if you can help identify those vandals. This afternoon, there is another opportunity to pick up food if you need it. St. Matthew's House is hosting another food drive. It's at First Baptist Church of Naples on 3000 Orange Blossom Drive. It runs from 1 to 5 p.m. The state's letting some vacation rentals in Southwest Florida resume reservations. So far, only Charlotte and Lee counties have been approved. Vacation rentals may accept in-state guests for a maximum of 30 days. A giant wildfire burning in Collier County is now 90% contained. The 36th Avenue Southeast fire spread across 8,000 acres in Golden Gate Estates. It started a week ago and so far has destroyed a dozen homes. The Collier County Sheriff's Office will take a moment today to thank medical staff on the front lines. They'll be flying helicopters over NCH this morning. The flyovers are scheduled for 11 a.m. at Baker Hospital and 11:05 at North Naples. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Good Thursday morning. Traffic congested on Beach Parkway heading west of Agua Linda towards Surfside. Also delays building on Tropicana heading west of Andalusia. So go ahead and stick to Diplomat for a faster option. And as well, if you are in North Fort Myers, Coon Road is backed up heading north towards Bayshore. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a little slice of summertime here in May as we will see the development of afternoon and evening scattered showers and storms. Now, the best chance of rain is going to be the more inland that you get, and especially near and east of I-75. You don't have the rain to cool you down, hot and humid. High temperatures in the lower to middle 90s, heat index 100 plus. And we continue with this type of pattern towards your Friday with afternoon and evening scattered storms, hot and humid, before the rain tries to cool you down. More spotty showers and storms for the holiday weekend or in the afternoon and evening with those temps in the 90s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Putting the smart in your smart speaker.
Hey Alexa, play 92.5 Fox News.
92.5 Fox News.
True relief for back and neck pain.
During these challenging times, Johnson Spinal Care at 596 Back is still here to help people who are dealing with pain or weakness from back or neck conditions like stenosis, sciatica, arthritis, or pinched nerves. We are doing our best to continue to help people who are suffering using non-surgical spinal decompression therapy. We have redoubled our sterilization efforts to help keep you safe. Everything is thoroughly wiped down between every patient. You can trust that at Johnson Spinal Care we are taking every precaution, so please don't hesitate to seek spinal decompression for relief from your back or neck pain. Painless, comfortable, and safe. Avoid spinal injections or surgery. Don't suffer thinking you can't get any care for your condition. Helping Southwest Florida for over 12 years, we are just a phone call away. Call our Medicare-friendly office for a telephone consultation to learn more about spinal decompression. 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
It's open enrollment season, and MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that saves most families about $500 a month. Google MediShare and see if it's a fit for you.
Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. Do the math. Taking care of your pool is probably not a good use of your time and money. Free $50 Bonefish gift certificates when you sign up for one of our award-winning weekly service plans. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
Fox News.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. If you're watching on YouTube, and we stream live every day on YouTube, our channel at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, Drew Steele Radio. And please subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate that. Or maybe you're even on Facebook, as we have been for the longest time at 925 Fox News. Sometimes behind me, I've got the newsroom, and sometimes you see people running by me, and you can watch, and it's like, somebody just ran across. I wonder if they were late to get on the air, or if they were there's some breaking news. I'm always interested when I see people running behind me. It's interesting. It's a lot of fun to be part of or be in the newsroom as things are happening. How's your day going? How's everything happening? I would say good morning to Jake the Millennial, but he's not here at the moment because I don't really want to say what's going on.
Bowl of doggy do.
Something like that. Nancy Pelosi in the news. And Nancy Pelosi had a few things to say about the president, and also had a few things to say about voter fraud and mail-in ballots. And here we go again, everybody. Why is it that mail-in ballots are a bad thing? Why is it that in this world of Rona, this new world of Rona, we can't all be on the same page and say, all right, enough is enough. We need to have mail-in ballots. Everybody needs to be able to vote by mail. In this world of Rona, nobody should have to ever leave their house to vote. I can give you a lot of reasons why that's a really bad idea. And in certain circumstances, it's okay. But if we are now going to suggest that every vote would be mail-in voting, that's just the norm. That's what we will be doing. And look, if Nancy Pelosi and the left are cheerleaders of something, it's bad. It's wrong, right? I think that's almost the bottom line. And that could be like, have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. That could be the whole show. The whole show, in a nutshell, is if the left says it's good, if the media is pushing something as the only way to go, the only way to be, or we have to do this now because, or look at how wonderful it is when so-and-so in this county did this one thing and it worked out so well and we should do this as a national level. If the left is pushing it, if the media is pushing it, it's wrong. It's wrong for you. It's wrong for me. It's wrong for the country. That's all you need to know. It's literally that simple. And there's a lot of that going on yesterday. So we're going to get to that coming up. I am so glad that the governor of the great state of Florida, Ron DeSantis, laid down the law yesterday. He set everybody straight. It's as I call it, DeSantis strikes back. And now all I need is some theme music. What's the theme music for the Strikes Back? Is that it? I don't know. It's I just need some kind of ominous music or something. No, not that kind of ominous. But it's about time that we hear from the governor being tough against a media who is setting a narrative yesterday about the state of Florida. We need an apology from the left in this country. We need an apology right now as we speak from the media in this country that told everybody that if the governor of the state of Florida were to do what he has done for the past few weeks, month, I would say, that New York is going to be, Florida is going to become another New York, which it hasn't. That it was going to be a disaster. There were going to be it was going to be bodies laying all over the place. It was going to be horrific. Dogs and cats getting along all over town. It was going to be unbelievable, just horrible what we would see in the state of Florida. And yet that's not the case. Quite the contrary. We're doing just fine, thank you. And as one of the few states early on that decided to ramp this up and open up, and so many other states that are opening up, give Brian Kemp in Georgia some credit. You know, even against the president's wishes, even against what the president said, with Dr. Birx and Dr. Fauci around him and saying that I don't like what Brian Kemp's doing. He's making a big mistake by opening up the state. This is a big mistake. No, it's not. It's not a big mistake. And it's okay to say you're wrong. It's okay to say that was a judgment call at that time by the president that was not the right call. That Brian Kemp opening up the state of Georgia has not had the kind of effects that the left in this country and others would have expected. And some may say, not me, but some may say that's exactly what they want. They want to see bad numbers come out. They're just hoping that there would be an increase in numbers and unfortunately deaths. That there are certain individuals that might. I know. There are people that are going to text me any second now. How dare you say that? You're suggesting that the left, the Democrats want people to die. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that there are those in this country that certainly want to continue to see this economy falter. There are people in this country that want to see that what Republican governors are doing, what this president is doing, would be a negative, would not have positive results. Am I wrong? I'll even ask Jake. Jake just got back from his restroom break. I even asked you, Jake. You're even you're feeling much better now. You got that little smile on your face. Does that make sense? Right? The suggestion that there are people that unfortunately don't have a problem with seeing failure as long as it's not on their side. Is that crazy to say?
No.
Okay. So glad you could join us.
No spiders.
Oh, no spiders in the toilets here in the building, which is good because that's not like what's happening in my house, unfortunately. Although there haven't been many spiders, but I don't know about anybody else. I'll tell you what's in my house, and a lot of them are love bugs. Every time my son opens the door, there's 10 love bugs in the house. They're all over the place. Are you having the same problem, Jake? You having the same problem with that? Love bugs in the house?
Yes.
As soon as you open the door, there they are. And you wake up in the morning and you see them on the counter, and you're like, what is this? What kind of bug is this? Do I need to be worried? Is this a black widow? And then, the dramatic music comes in. All right. Yeah, so there's that. Governor Ron DeSantis with the vice president yesterday in Central Florida. And two things happened yesterday that I love. One is the audio that I'm getting ready to play where the governor comes out and, as the Federalist put it, spits fire at mainstream media for apocalyptic reporting on Florida's coronavirus response. Yes, you better believe he spit fire, and everything that he spit and the fire that he spit was the kind of fire that you can roast a nice juicy steak with just a little bit of marbling, not too much, just a little bit to get all those oils and everything. Whew, sounds good right about now, doesn't it, Jake? Little steak. Who's with me? You with me?
I'm with you.
Okay, good. No, come back to me. Here's what we have from the governor. You ready for this? This is some good audio. It's about time. Oh, before I get to this audio, I also have to tell you something else. A lot of people are focusing on the front half, the front portion of this comment that the governor made. But they forget about the front end of the comments that the governor made, what he said before this statement was made. So here's the governor going after the media about their about that really bad reporting on the state of Florida and how everything was going to be horrible. What does he say?
Our data is available. Our data is transparent. In fact, Dr. Birx has talked multiple times about how Florida has the absolute best data. So any insinuation otherwise is just typical partisan narrative trying to be spun. And part of the reason is that because you got a lot of people in your profession who waxed poetically for weeks and weeks about how Florida was going to be just like New York, Wait 2 weeks, Florida's going to be next. Just like Italy, wait 2 weeks. Well, hell, we're 8 weeks away from that, and it hasn't happened. Not only do we have a lower death rate, well, we have way lower deaths generally. We have a lower death rate than the Acela Corridor, D.C., everyone up there. We have a lower death rate than the Midwest, Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio. But even in our region, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida has the lower death rate. And I was the #1 landing spot from tens of thousands of people leaving the #1 hot zone in the world to come to my state. So we've succeeded, and I think that people just don't want to recognize it because it challenges their narrative, it challenges their assumption, so they got to try to find a boogeyman. Maybe it's that there are black helicopters circling the Department of Health. If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I'd like to sell you.
How about that, everybody? How about that? That's right. Y'all said that the state of Florida was going to be an absolute mess. When do we get an apology? When does the state of Florida get an apology? It was, somebody had an article about that. About when we, there it is, right, from National Review. When does Ron DeSantis go to get it? Where does he go to get his apology? Everybody was saying that New York is the place to be, that New York, it's the governor there in the state of New York. He's the guy that's doing it right. You know, in between arguing with his brother on TV about who mom liked better. Right, New York that's the epitome of what we should be doing here. The left tells us that Andrew Cuomo should be president of the United States in 2020. That's what we're told. And yet we have a governor who had to rescind an order to send people back to nursing homes who had COVID, sending them the most vulnerable people who had a disease, a virus, that would make them, you understand. Sorry, I get a little excited about that. But where does the governor go to get this apology? He doesn't. Because the media is not going to apologize. And when you look at some of the numbers, a total of 2,000 COVID-19 deaths compared to New York's 22,000 deaths. We have more people in this state. We're opposites in both death rates and gubernatorial responses. But something else happened. There's something else here that I think is important that you hear as well, and it's this. What did I say to you yesterday about the story that the Naples Daily News reposted from Florida today, that they ran with, that if you go to the news press, they're running a comparable story as well on this, about Rebecca Jones. I need the right music. Rebecca Jones. She was just trying to do her job. She's just trying to do what the governor and everybody wanted. And all of a sudden, Jake, she was just ripped out of her seat and fired. She just wanted to make sure that the data as a scientist was okay. That's not what happened. Sorry, he's looking at me like I'm got the backward hat thing going on. YouTube, just go and subscribe. Drew Steele Radio. You'll see Jake wiping his face from his tiredness. We were told that Rebecca Jones, yesterday, a story that I mentioned, and I said, wait until we have a little bit of breathing here. Wait till we breathe. Let's give it 24, 48 hours. Rebecca Jones, we were told, was a scientist, part of the Department of Health here, the one who was putting together the data, the unbelievable maps that we have here in the state of Florida that Dr. Birx was commenting on and saying what an incredible job the state of Florida did in putting together these maps, a model for the rest of the country where you could break it down by county to see how many cases are in each county and deaths. And it was amazing, right? Rebecca Jones gets fired because, as she claimed, that they wanted her to manipulate data to make the state look like it was safer than it really was. I mean, I'm telling you right now that there you go. But I said, wait. Because before the governor made the statement and spit fire at the media about their apocalyptic view of what was going to take place in the state of Florida because of the actions of this governor, he did speak directly about the Rebecca Jones story. They asked that. You didn't hear this in the media. So what about Rebecca Jones? What's her story, everybody?
So one, she's not a data scientist. She's somebody that's got a degree in journalism, communication, and geography.
Wait. She's not a scientist? She has a degree in geography? Like, that's how she has the job, really?
She is not involved in collating any data. She does not have the expertise to do that. She is not an epidemiologist. She is not the chief architect of our web portal. That is another false statement. And what she was doing was she was putting data on the portal which the scientists didn't believe was valid data.
You hear what's happening? So apparently Rebecca Jones was not a scientist. She didn't have anything to do with the data. We come to find out, and there was a story at the Capitol as they had this as well. And I've got to find this story about Rebecca Jones. No, she's not. She wasn't an architect. She wasn't a scientist. She was hired because of her geography degree, and she knew where to go to put the data in for the specific area where the data was needed. Hey, we want to find out how many cases are in Lee County. She can do this because she knows where Lee County is on a map. Like, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. She didn't design this, even though places like Florida Today and the Daily Beast and the Guardian and Miami Herald and others all said, no, she was the architect. No, she wasn't. She was just inputting data. All right, let the governor go on. Hold on. Keep going.
So she didn't listen to the people who were her superiors. She had many people above her in the chain of command. And so she was dismissed because of that and because of a bunch of different reasons about how she did. Come to find out, she's also under active criminal charges in the state of Florida.
What? She's under... What?
She's being charged with cyber stalking and cyber sexual harassment. So I've asked the Department of Health to explain to me...
Oh, whoa. Okay. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know that was coming. If you want to do some journalism, journalists, go find out if that's true. So, on top of all of this, she has criminal charges. All right, so there's a big question there that the governor opens up the door to, which is, how in the world did she get fired? And he goes on to say, you want to talk to the Department of Health and say, how in the world did you hire this girl? How does that work? Who did this? And politically speaking, it doesn't make a difference if you have an R or a D after your name, and that's how you vote. We question the hiring and how that all worked out, if that is the case. But what did I say to you about this story? What did I say to you yesterday when I read the article in the Naples Daily News that the news press is running, that is a reprint of Florida Today, that they gladly ran with, and the headline that says this scientist was fired? She was fired because she refused as a scientist to put the data in that the state wanted to, because the state wanted to make it look like everything was fine reopening the state of Florida, but it's not. Everything is horrible here in the state, and we're not prepared. And so they ran with this, and so did the Naples Daily News and News Press. And what I said was, I questioned it because remember Lucky Tran was part of the story, one of the individuals from Columbia University that Florida Today reached out to or took quotes from his Twitter account to say how outrageous this is, that she was fired, and somebody who was a communicator at Columbia University, Lucky Tran, the same person who organized Occupy Wall Street and climate marches around the country. Spare me. If you're trying to say that this is honest journalism that Florida Today was doing on this story. So again, I said to wait, let it breathe, and it appears as if there's more to the Rebecca Jones story. But I wonder how many people are going to explore the ins and outs of that, and instead are going to run with this narrative still, that she was fired as an architect. She wasn't an architect, and I can even give you from the Capitol, this is a great read. She wasn't the architect. She was just inserting data. It's the geography major is her title, and that's what she was. That's, I guess, a doctorate in geography. How does that? You're a scientist if you have a doctorate in geography? Okay. All right. She's not a coronavirus specialist or scientist. She wasn't asked to manipulate data to support the governor's plan to reopen. She wasn't fired because she refused to comply. So it's possible that she was fired when they maybe discovered that she, as the governor mentioned.
She's also under active criminal charges in the state of Florida. She's being charged with cyber stalking and cyber sexual harassment.
I'm just saying if that's maybe why she was fired, but they wanted to make it sound like, or she did, that she was fired for something else, and a willing media runs with it. A willing media ran with it. She put out a narrative that she was trying to do the right thing in the state of Florida because we couldn't reopen, and the media ran with that side of the story and didn't want to talk about the other side. There you go, spit and fire, as they say. That was Ron DeSantis. All right, let's take a break. 239-479-5592. If you want to call, text, we would love to see you. Also, streaming live on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. It's Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. You can't miss it, and you can't miss my mug, and you certainly don't want to miss Jake, who's lounging right now behind the glass. Look at that. Look at that lounge. Covered by a microphone. Still covered by a microphone. Only the kind of thing you could see on YouTube. Okay. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
This Fox Business Report is presented by Gulf Shore Business Magazine. Online at gulfshorebusiness.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Online shopping under stay-at-home orders has helped a couple of big retailers.
Target was the place to shop online in recent weeks. Its digital sales were up 141% in the recent quarter. Overall sales increased more than 10%. And people were spending to fix up their homes in recent weeks, and they were shopping at Lowe's. The home improvement chain says online sales rose 80%. Ginny Cosola, Fox News.
Most American workers are apparently saying there's no place like home. A survey from Mattress Firm says 70% of adults say they've been more productive working remotely than they were when they were in the office. The Dow closing up Wednesday by nearly 370 points. The S&P up 48. The NASDAQ also positive, up by 190. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jill Nato, invested in you.
The big media is at war with President Trump. Now, Newsmax TV reveals the media's dangerous agenda. Watch Newsmax TV and see shows with Chris Salcedo, Sean Spicer, and Greg Kelly as they expose the fake news. Newsmax TV is America's fastest-growing cable channel on DirecTV, Xfinity, Dish, Spectrum, Optimum, Cox, Fios, Uverse, Suddenlink, Mediacom, WOW, Armstrong, CenturyLink, and more. Just check your channel guide. Everyone is talking about Newsmax TV, so watch it today.
The corona pandemic and crushing stock market have many Americans worried. Is a recession on the way? Don't let fear take over your emotion. Join me, Alfie Townsend, for Saving the Investor radio show this Saturday at 9 a.m., planning for retirement in a turbulent world.
Hi, Michael Crothers, owner of Pure Air Conditioning. We came into business during the mortgage crisis of 2008, so you could say we've seen a thing or two and learned to adjust. Currently, we've made safety adjustments. At Pure Air, all employees are supplied with gloves, foot coverings, and KN95 masks for your protection and theirs. If you need assistance with your air conditioning system, please know that Pure Air Conditioning is making safety priority number one. You can chat with us online at getpureair.com.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. We're excited to be open. The staff at Stevie's is here for you and will continue to serve you while putting your health and safety first. We invite you to enjoy a meal in our dining room with a limited menu and seating, or order from our to-go menu on StevieTomato.com for takeout, curbside pickup, or delivered through Bite Squad. Choose from the favorites you love, like our award-winning Chicago-style pizza, juicy chicken wings, fall-off-the-bone rack of ribs, gourmet burgers, and more. We're on our way to a brighter tomorrow together, and this great country will prevail. And as you know, Stevie's is committed to your complete satisfaction of our food, service, and value. We're proud to have you as our great customers, and we'll look forward to seeing your smiling faces, eating, drinking, and laughing with us at one of our Stevie Tomatoes locations in Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and on Bite Squad. God bless America.
Stevie Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
There are times in life when certain situations are unavoidable. As life passes, we get a little slower and a little more achy than we did the year before. All part of life. But when we lose the ability for intimacy with the one we love, it can feel much worse than some achy bones. Unfortunately, the lady we love typically feels like this situation is because of her. As men, we know that's just not true. We want that spark back just as much as they do. The Fort Myers Men's Clinic physicians hear this from struggling couples every day. Fortunately, the anxiety, embarrassment, and guilt from erectile dysfunction can be gone in one simple visit to the Fort Myers Men's Clinic with a same-day solution. The joy of your relationship will be back, and the best part of it is seeing that spark back in a happy relationship. 239-317-7777. It's simple, safe, and private. 239-317-7777. Clinic visit, evaluation, and testing is just $99. FortMyersMen'sClinic.com for more information. 317-7777.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list. And in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. License CCC 133-1790. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection.
At Mr. Sparky, our community is our top priority. As you spend more time at home, you may notice electrical problems that you have been putting off. Please don't DIY. Instead, give our team of professional electricians a call. We are open and ready to serve you. Call us today at 888-8-SPARKY.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
This is Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Lee County Sheriff deputies have arrested a suspect, Benjamin Page, in the Lehigh Acres homicide last weekend of Terrence Brown. Authorities say the victim had sexually explicit pictures of the two and refused to delete them. Naples police need your help to find several people who went on a destructive rampage at the 3rd Street Plaza shopping center. You can see the video of them smashing windows on the Wink News app. Call Naples police if you can help identify those vandals. This afternoon, there is another opportunity to pick up food if you need it. St. Matthew's House is hosting another food drive. It's at First Baptist Church of Naples on 3000 Orange Blossom Drive. It runs from 1 to 5 p.m. The state's letting some vacation rentals in Southwest Florida resume reservations. So far, only Charlotte and Lee counties have been approved. Vacation rentals may accept in-state guests for a maximum of 30 days. A giant wildfire burning in Collier County is now 90% contained. The 36th Avenue Southeast fire spread across 8,000 acres in Golden Gate Estates. It started a week ago and so far has destroyed a dozen homes. The Collier County Sheriff's Office will take a moment today to thank medical staff on the front lines. They'll be flying helicopters over NCH this morning. The flyovers are scheduled for 11 a.m. at Baker Hospital and 11:05 at North Naples. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Good Thursday morning. Traffic congested on Beach Parkway heading west of Agua Linda towards Surfside. Also delays building on Tropicana heading west of Andalusia. So go ahead and stick to Diplomat for a faster option. And as well, if you are in North Fort Myers, Coon Road is backed up heading north towards Bayshore. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a little slice of summertime here in May as we will see the development of afternoon and evening scattered showers and storms. Now, the best chance of rain is going to be the more inland that you get, and especially near and east of I-75. You don't have the rain to cool you down, hot and humid. High temperatures in the lower to middle 90s, heat index 100 plus. And we continue with this type of pattern towards your Friday with afternoon and evening scattered storms, hot and humid before the rain tries to cool you down. More spotty showers and storms for the holiday weekend or in the afternoon and evening with those temps in the 90s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Stay healthy.
I did buy some more hand sanitizer and wash my hands a little bit more.
Stay informed.
I want every American to know that we're doing everything we can.
Stay with 92.5 Fox News.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent, like Prudential and Mutual of Omaha, and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-589-5599. That's 800-589-5599. 800-589-5599. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
With the worldwide pandemic and stock markets plummeting, now is the time to listen to a voice of reason. No fear-mongering or speculation, just straightforward talk about how to retire during unprecedented times. Get it right here every Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday at noon on Retire with Grace with Bob Grace. Or call Bob today at 866-466-1099. Investment advisory services offered through Grace Capital Management Group, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Your home is your sanctuary, your refuge, the place where you should be able to relax, decompress, and chill out. It's the place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Conditioned Air can help you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Lennox home comfort systems are built to last with the newest technology that keeps your air perfect and helps you feel more relaxed and energized. And here's some more good news. Conditioned Air is offering up to $1,600 in rebates, in addition to great financing options on a new Lennox system. That's right, Conditioned Air is making it easier than ever to achieve perfect air in your home. For all the details, call Conditioned Air at 1-888-COLD-AIR today, or visit us online at conditionedair.com. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962. License CAC 1819590.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. My friends Chad and Daniel at Jackson Pools, they are the best. Look, you know what's happening right now. They can close down the beaches, but they cannot shut down your beautiful resort-style pool from Jackson Pools. It's more important than ever to enjoy the healthy benefits of exercise and relaxation that you're going to get with your new Jackson Pool right now in your own backyard, featuring an elegant high water design, a state-of-the-art recirculation system, custom coping, and a pebble interior finish. And you can have it all for under $35,000. And the truly amazing part is you can be swimming in less than 3 weeks from permitting. So I need to say that again. Look, if a pool is in your future, you've got to talk to my good friends at Jackson Pools. Sit on this doorstep on another hot and sweaty Southwest Florida summer? Well, no, because now is the perfect time to take the plunge. Contact Jackson Pools. Visit them now online at jacksonpools.com. Find out more. jacksonpools.com.
Every family is different. Your wealth strategy should be a reflection of your family's needs, challenges, and goals. At Finemark National Bank and Trust, we build a financial strategy around you. Finemark offers custom investment portfolios, trust and estate services, private banking, and financial planning. At Finemark, we believe in building something extraordinary. Stop by one of our offices in Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, Estero, and Naples, or visit us online at finemarkbank.com.
92.5 Fox News.
Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
no buffets. COVID-19's taken them away. Now what's left are stacks of empty trays. Oh, I will grieve for no buffets.
It's true.
Gluttony. I'm now twice the man I used to be. Enough prime rib to clog my arteries. Oh, no buffets came suddenly.
All right.
Why'd they have to go? We all know they were not safe.
Yes, they were safe.
I'd eat all day long. Now they're gone. No more buffets.
You realize I just ruined the song for everybody. I just ruined the song for every single person. Did I ruin the song for you now, Jake? That's all you're going to hear is no buffets now.
It's not fair.
I've ruined you. You know, it really isn't fair. But it's true that the buffets are gone, right? I mean, you don't see buffets in restaurants that had them. Restaurants that were exclusively buffet restaurants, they're done. Who's going to go back? How could they possibly open? How can they make it seem like it's safe anymore? How could you do it? It's sad. I love buffets.
Yeah, I'd get a whole plate of mashed potatoes with gravy.
Oh man, where do you want to start? Where do you want to start? Growing up for example, growing up in New York and being able to drive to Atlantic City and the buffets in Atlantic City, where my mom would say, "You want to get some shrimp? You got to go over to the bar over there. The shrimps are like this big. They're as big as your dad's head. Your father loves them." But yeah, I'm not kidding. It's and now no more shrimp as big as my dad's head. But you would imagine there has to be a way to bring back the buffet, right? In some way, in a different form. How come you couldn't have a buffet? By the way, 239-479-5592 if you want to call or text. And anytime you want to comment, you're watching on YouTube, we would love that you would comment there as well. You go to Drew Steele Radio, 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. By the way, I can't see the call screen there, Jake, so I know you're working on that. You would imagine with buffets, there's something. Couldn't you just, why not just have a server serve you behind, instead of having you serve yourself behind the glass, why not just have the glass extended? You get to look, and just like other restaurants that have somebody there to give you the product, right? Like think about this, Jake. Hold on. Like, what's the restaurant? Give me an example of a restaurant. Give me an example of a restaurant that.
It's not really a restaurant, but Subway.
Okay, right. Like Subway or something like that. There's another one. What's the one I'm thinking of? That you go and they say, how much do you want of this? And how much do you want of that? And how much do you want of that? There's plenty of restaurants like that, right? There's Chipotle is one, right?
Right.
Moe's is one like that.
Moe's is one, yeah.
Right. There's plenty of restaurants that do that. So why not just make your salad bar, staff your salad bar with people? I mean, it's going to be different, but at least you could stay open. You staff the salad bar, and then you have people there that, gloved hands.
It's like a lunch line at public school.
Yeah. There you go. And they serve you, and then at least you keep the business open. It's just a thought. I don't know. I miss buffets already. And it's only been, I can't even remember the last time I went to a buffet. Oh, I love buffets that have shrimp, the all-you-can-eat shrimp. There was a place, I know, we're getting off on a tangent. How many people want to help me with this? You want to go old school here in Southwest Florida? Jake, you haven't been here long enough, so I don't even know if you know this, but I'll put it out there. You ready? You ever heard of a place called Beefsteak Charlie's? There was a place called Beefsteak Charlie's in Fort Myers, over by the Colonial flyover, Colonial and 41, the flyover there. And there was a place called Beefsteak Charlie's back in, I want to say it was the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody remember Beefsteak Charlie's, where you would get all you can eat shrimp? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Beefsteak Charlie's also, you could throw the peanuts on the floor. right? You would eat all you can eat. Jake's looking it up. Look it up, Jake. And it was right. Josh texted and he said, "How can you steal food from the buffets if they're staffed? You can't. You're not stealing food from the buffet. The point is you're serving yourself." All right, Jake's looking up beefsteak Charlie's. Look it up. Why? Hold on. Why are you making a face like that about beefsteak Charlie's?
Because like the first link is 15 restaurant chains that flopped.
It's not very nice.
It's Google.
So Google's bias.
What's new?
Okay. Exactly. Right. Good attitude. That's the kind of attitude I like my baby boys growing up. Look at you. All right. I'm not crazy. People have to, I'm sure you remember. There you go. Look, cryptocurrency. All the wine and beer you can drink, one price. See? I think that may have been part of it. I don't remember the drinking aspect of it, but see? So that's yeah. Right. Somebody, John Matthews said Golden Corral should do that. So Golden Corral is out as well, right? I mean, they have. I don't know, but how do they open up if it's the same situation, Jake? How do you do that? Right? I mean, it's a buffet.
Yeah, I don't ever see anybody there anyway.
Okay. How long has it been since you've been there, silly man?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Long time.
They were doing just fine. Believe me, there was one there off Colonial that every time I would drive by it longingly, like as I was driving by, because I know my wife doesn't want me to go to buffets, I would be like this. If you're watching on YouTube, this is a great view. Watch. Ready? It would be like this. Like that.
Like a little kid?
Yeah.
After you drive by your third McDonald's and you fess up and just like, Mom, can I have some McDonald's?
And your parents won't let you go. It's true. All right. 239-479-5592. They're on YouTube, streaming live. Drew Steele Radio. Please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Great comment. Or we can just open buffets like normal and quit being scared of everything. I like that attitude. Now, if you're wondering how bad it could get and how over the top it is now with the where we are with the virus and the stay at home or safer at home or getting back to work or what phase we're in and how out of control it is. There's a great article in New York Post. David Marcus just has had enough. David Marcus talking about New York. He said, end New York City's lockdown now. And he goes into all the reasons why we have to lock it down. Last Friday, 3,500 New Yorkers lined up at a Catholic church in Queens to receive free food hours before it even opened, according to the police department. Catholic Charities reported a 200% increase in demand over the past month and a half. We've heard stories on Wink News and other areas where we're talking about the pandemic and people that are looking for food right now. And why do you think that is? Do you think that this the long lines at these food kitchens in different places happened before this took place? No, it's happening now because the economy is shut down and people don't have money. We need to get back to work. It's time. By prolonging the coronavirus shutdown long enough after its core mission was accomplished because some people decided to move the goalposts, Governor Cuomo and Mayor de Blasio have plunged tens of thousands of New Yorkers into poverty. It needs to end now. Mid-March, we were told we had to endure a lockdown to ensure that hospitals didn't get overrun. We did. Hospitals were not overwhelmed. Same thing here in Southwest Florida. We turned to the Javits Center into a hospital. We didn't need it. We bought a giant Navy ship to treat New Yorkers. We didn't need it. This is New York City, everybody. We're not even talking about Florida and what in the conditions here. We're talking about a place that has how many times more? 10 times more deaths in the state of New York, a state that's less populous than we are. We were told moments away from running out of ventilators. We weren't. And now the U.S. has built so many, we're giving them away. Meanwhile, the Big Apple is dying. Streets are empty. Bars and jazz clubs, restaurants, coffee houses sit barren. Beloved haunts, storied rooms, perfect slice joints are shuttered, many for good. The sweat equity of countless small business owners is evaporating. Instead of getting people back to work, providing for their families, our mayor talks about a Fantasyland New Deal for the post-coronavirus era. This is an article from the New York Post, David Marcus, and New York City's locked down now. And there are a lot of people that feel the same exact way. End this now. This is enough. This is enough. We constantly hear in the media, and we see the pictures, and they're not pretty. It's not, nobody wants to see lines of cars going to get food at places like St. Matthew's House that do an amazing job in the community. Nobody wants to see long lines like that, but we know why they're happening, and we know how to make them stop. And there are certain politicians and bureaucrats that have decided that, no, I know better than you. And we've just had enough. And the people will decide when they've had enough. And people are deciding that they've had enough. They've just had enough. They want to go back. Can't live your life like this. We live with risk and margin every single day. But how bad is it getting? All right, I'm looking at the time. Okay, I'm going to go with this. Michigan. In Michigan, a state professor warns of, you ready for this? Because of this new world of Rona, because you and I and everybody else, we're going on to Zoom, we're going on to Skype, we're going on to these different systems that now a lot of businesses are taking on and saying, as far as the businesses are concerned, that this is the new way to do business. Telemarketing, telecommuting, whatever you want to call it. This seems like the way to go now. I can get my business up and running. You don't need to come to the office. More and more people are doing it. But now we have a Michigan State professor who's saying there's unconscious bias and microaggressions in virtual meetings. I'm not kidding. What does that mean? You ready for this? For example, when the virtual background of a Zoom meeting attendee has pictures of his or her wedding, it unintentionally reinforces the idea that marriage is both fitting between opposite sexes. This is the world of the progressive left destroying everything and anything. I mean, it doesn't even make a difference. Even the thing that you're telling me that I have to do for my job now is a microaggression against certain individuals who don't believe in same-sex or opposite-sex marriages. Excuse me. I see the picture of you and your wife behind you on the Zoom. I don't like that. I'm a microaggression. Amy Bonomi, a social science researcher from Michigan State, and Nelia Viveros from the University of Colorado, saying the platforms are a ripe setting for unconscious bias, or when people act based on prejudice and stereotypes without intending to do so. Okay, in a recent video conference, we were asked the most fun thing you've done with your family during quarantine. Participant answers range from gardening with my husband to dance parties with my family. While these experiences are valid, Vivero says that they can crowd out the experiences of people with minoritized social identities. For example, asking about fun family things prevented several Latinx attendees from sharing their experiences of losing family members to novel coronavirus. So we can't. There's microaggressions all over the place, and we're bringing. So we now, from now on, can't have Zoom meetings where we talk about our spouse or a sister or brother or a friend, because we have to be worried now that the person on the other side, as tragic as it is to lose a loved one to the coronavirus, that you could lose a loved one to a car accident or to the flu or to a lot of different things. And now we can't have Zoom meetings because the person on the other side might have a microaggression against the fact that you brought up a spouse that you maybe didn't know that they're. Do you see where I'm going here? Only the left in this country could do this. And so I bring this up because this is how insane things have become. And the story, by the way, is in Legal Insurrection if you want to read it. Mike LaChance wrote this article. talking about this Michigan State University professor, two of them. Well, one from Michigan and one from Colorado. But the point is, you have David Marcus in the New York Post saying, we've got to end this. We've got to stop this nonsense in New York City now. There are people's lives that are being destroyed. You want to talk about lives that could be lost, more damage, the damage that is being done, not commensurate with what this virus we know is, and lives that are being lost each and every day to mental anxiety, suicide, and the like, the things that are happening because people don't know where they're going to get their next paycheck from, their next meal from, because of the shutdown. The shutdown. Not the virus, but the shutdown. And then on top of that, you got to have the progressive left in this country who's got to chime in. You know, the better people, you know, the folks, the professors at universities that are the smarter of all of us. You know, if you're a university professor, they look down on all of us. They're the ones that know better. And now we've got microaggressions to add to this. It's all the more reason to really explore what we're doing right now. 239-479-5592, the phone number and the text line. We're going to get to more texts. I see some calls popping up. I'm looking at our comments on Facebook and YouTube, our YouTube channel. Go to Drew Steele Radio, 3 E's, and please subscribe to the channel. You can watch anytime you like, and we'll come back with your comments and more. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Hey, this is Steve from Naples. I listen to Drew in the morning, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
Rush Limbaugh. We have a legal decision on sanctuary cities, and it's a good one. The 3-judge panel, Second Circuit Court of Appeals, unanimously overturned a district court judge who ruled the Trump administration could not withhold grants from sanctuary cities. That was part of the anti-Trump resistance movement among the judiciary. In 2017, then Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced that the Department of Justice was going to withhold grant money from states who defied federal immigration law by granting sanctuary to illegals. Well, it didn't take long for the resistance to act. 7 states, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Virginia, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Washington State, ran to federal court and sued. And as so often happens, coincidentally, the resistance states found a friendly resistance district judge to go along with them. Trump administration appealed. So now finally, we've gotten a common sense ruling from the appellate court. They ruled that, of course, the federal government can withhold grant money from states who break federal law. It's a no-brainer. Now, this will probably end up at the Supreme Court because liberals never give up the fight, no matter how ridiculous or absurd it may be. But at least for now, you can file this under "We're not tired of winning," and victory is so sweet. Say, folks, our lives have been turned upside down, but even as we're all hunkered down, grass keeps growing, hay needs cutting, and there's hauling to do. In tough times like these, Mahindra, the official tractor of tough, is there to help. All across America, Mahindra's tough tractor dealers are open for parts and service so you can keep going. Take the first step and visit whymahindra.com. Build your own tractor and your local Mahindra dealer will give you a custom quote. They'll even deliver. And now it's even easier to own a Mahindra with no payments for 90 days and 0 down, 0% interest. Visit whymahindra.com now through May 31st on select models. Just go to whymahindra.com for more information. whymahindra.com.
Are you a successful small business owner, perhaps with experience in automotive, ag, or outdoor equipment? Visit joinmahindra.com to become a part of the Mahindra dealer family. That's joinmahindra.com.
Your local 1-hour air conditioning and heating team is open and ready to serve you. AC isn't a luxury, but rather is essential to your life. Give our team a call at 844-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
We are Moran Wealth Management. Passionate about learning what's important to you and your family. Personable, with 24 professionals dedicated to attentive, customized service and focused on client relationships. Performance-driven. As part of Barron's top 1,200 advisors, Tom Moran, founder, CEO, and senior PIM portfolio manager, is Florida's highest-ranked advisor for 2019. Call 239-920-4440 today or visit MoranWealthManagement.com. Moran Wealth Management. Passionate, personable, performance-driven. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFS.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Galliana Kia in Fort Myers is open and we're here to help. Over 400 vehicles in stock. New 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease. 0 down. $149 per month. That's right. A new Kia for $149 per month with 0 down. Plus at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, you can drive payment-free for 4 months, interest-free for up to 75 months, and worry-free for 100,000 miles. Plus prepaid gas for up to a year. Our parts service and body shop are open to serve you. New Kias. 0 down. $149 per month at Galliana Kia. 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, 0 due at signing, plus tax, tag, title, doc, and dealer fee. 0 security deposit, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down.
True relief for back and neck pain.
During these challenging times, Johnson Spinal Care at 596 Back is still here to help people who are dealing with pain or weakness from back or neck conditions like stenosis, sciatica, arthritis, or pinched nerves. We are doing our best to continue to help people who are suffering using non-surgical spinal decompression therapy. We have redoubled our sterilization efforts to help keep you safe. Everything is thoroughly wiped down between every patient. You can trust that at Johnson Spinal Care we are taking every precaution, so please don't hesitate to seek spinal decompression for relief from your back or neck pain. Painless, comfortable, and safe. Avoid spinal injections or surgery. Don't suffer thinking you can't get any care for your condition. Helping Southwest Florida for over 12 years, we are just a phone call away. Call our Medicare-friendly office for a telephone consultation to learn more about spinal decompression. 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Made Pro of Southwest Florida. Professional cleaning with a personal touch.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
This is Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Lee County Sheriff deputies have arrested a suspect, Benjamin Page, in the Lehigh Acres homicide last weekend of Terrence Brown. Authorities say the victim had sexually explicit pictures of the two and refused to delete them. Naples police need your help to find several people who went on a destructive rampage at the 3rd Street Plaza shopping center. You can see the video of them smashing windows on the Wink News app. Call Naples police if you can help identify those vandals. This afternoon, there is another opportunity to pick up food if you need it. St. Matthew's House is hosting another food drive. It's at First Baptist Church of Naples on 3000 Orange Blossom Drive. It runs from 1 to 5 p.m. The state's letting some vacation rentals in Southwest Florida resume reservations. So far, only Charlotte and Lee counties have been approved. Vacation rentals may accept in-state guests for a maximum of 30 days. A giant wildfire burning in Collier County is now 90% contained. The 36th Avenue Southeast fire spread across 8,000 acres in Golden Gate Estates. It started a week ago and so far has destroyed a dozen homes. The Collier County Sheriff's Office will take a moment today to thank medical staff on the front lines. They'll be flying helicopters over NCH this morning. The flyovers are scheduled for 11 a.m. at Baker Hospital and 11:05 at North Naples. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
A crash in Lehigh Acres at Gunnery Road and 8th Street Southwest was slowing traffic southbound on Gunnery. This is going to be to the south of Lee Boulevard. Also, Gunnery very congested heading south of 23rd towards the Daniels extension. Main story here, just go ahead and avoid Gunnery. If you're heading out of Lehigh, stick to Lee Boulevard. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a little slice of summertime here in May as we will see the development of afternoon and evening scattered showers and storms. Now, the best chance of rain is going to be the more inland that you get, and especially near and east of I-75. You don't have the rain to cool you down, hot and humid. High temperatures in the lower to middle 90s, heat index 100 plus. And we continue with this type of pattern towards your Friday with afternoon and evening scattered storms, hot and humid before the rain tries to cool you down. More spotty showers and storms for the holiday weekend or in the afternoon and evening with those temps in the 90s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
If you want something, you got to ask for it.
Just ask your smart speaker for us.
Hey, Alexa, play 92.5 Fox News.
92.5 Fox News.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have two choices, Storm Shield and all the rest.
The aesthetics of the appearance from the outside and the inside is just amazing. But it's quiet. It's really quiet inside, and it's made a huge difference in our energy consumption. My name is Dee Channel, and I have 100% confidence in Storm Shield products. On a scale of 1 to 10, they'd be 10 plus.
Yes, my name is Dwayne Channel. My wife and I made a decision to replace our windows. Storm Shield windows, they were the only company that had the hurricane windows that we were looking for. Our best decision we made was purchasing Storm Shield windows.
Storm Shield Windows and Doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%. And our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
Eating dinner in your underwear?
Honey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home.
And due to these difficult times, we have extended our no diagnostic fees, no trip charges, no strings. Visit FloridaCoolToday.com to schedule. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Here's to working people, the builders of things, the fixers of stuff, the movers and shapers of the land. You're good people. We just want to say thanks. Northern Tool and Equipment. Quality tools for serious work.
Northern Tool and Equipment is here to help. Our stores are open and cleaning around the clock. Contactless curbside pickup is available when you order on northerntool.com. Northern Tool and Equipment. Quality tools for serious work.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew, Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad, so happy, so humbled and blessed to know that you are choosing this program to start your day. Truly, we thank you so much. 239-479-5592. There is the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. I point this way, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, we stream live each and every day on YouTube. You just go to Drew Steele Radio with 3 E's, and please subscribe to the channel, and you can see. I always point this way because that's where my call screen is, just so you know. Off to this side, my right, I have 4 ginormous screens that always staring back at me. Some with all the information and some of my prep, and some here with the actual running of the station. And I've got my call screen so I can see who's popping up on the screen. That's why I'm pointing that way. So if you want to text in anytime or call, and also if you want to comment on our YouTube channel, we would love to see that. Jake the Millennial, who is why do you look like you're cold? Are you okay? You're a little chilly this morning. What is it?
A bit cold in here, mate.
What did you just say? Sound like you got a piece of chicken stuck in your tooth. What was that?
It's a little bit cold over here.
Okay. No, but before that, you sounded like there was something wrong with you.
I think that was someone else.
Again, lots going on today. Cabot Phillips, our friend from Campus Reform, is going to join us with some interesting and maybe even some disturbing information about China and universities here in the United States, and get into some of what is happening. Cabot has discovered some interesting details that you're going to want to know about. That's at 8 o'clock, so make sure you'll be tuning in then when Cabot Phillips joins us from Campus Reform. And also, we'll get back to the governor of this great state of Florida, who laid out the case for the media yesterday. And as our friend Sean Davis at the Federalist called it, spitting fire at the mainstream media for an apocalyptic. I can't say the word apocalyptic. I don't know why. Apocalyptic report on Florida's coronavirus response. And to that, Nancy Pelosi says,
bowl of doggy do.
Of course. And we're going to get to Nancy Pelosi in just a second as well, because she had a response to the president, hydroxychloroquine. What is wrong with you people? What seems to be the problem with the never Trumpers, the left, Democrats, cats? Because dogs don't hate Trump, just cats. All right, I'm just kidding. Jake's got 6 of them. How many cats did you have at one time? What was your most?
It was a lot.
A lot. Like you've lost count. Like you don't even know. It's like when you have a bunch of different pets and somebody says, "Hey, what's their names?" And you're like, "Oh, you didn't ask me that, did you?"
You just number them 1 through however many.
Is that what it is? And then ultimately one comes along and you don't even know where they came from and you can't name that one. Okay. So the point is that there are so many people who just want this hydroxychloroquine story to go away, or they want to keep it alive because the president's using it. And for some reason, we just, what are you wishing on? You shouldn't you be hopeful and thankful that we have people who have been out trying to find therapeutics for people who are suffering from this virus, a virus that you're telling us we're not even allowed to leave home or even hug a relative or do anything like that or go back to our jobs. These same people, when we have individuals who want to and have researched and have looked at hydroxychloroquine and have found it to be effective to the point where I was just looking up a story, and I wanted to make sure that I had this correct because it was Nicole Sapphire from Fox News. She's a contributor who had this just the other day, some numbers on hydroxychloroquine, and the numbers were promising, very promising. The latest, and I'm kind of scrolling through my notes. Beep, 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 beep. That's my scrolling noise in case you're just listening and not watching on our YouTube channel. Oh, goodness, it's out there someplace, but I will find it. And here it comes. All right, there it is. And there it went. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Researchers at NYU found patients given hydroxychloroquine along with zinc sulfate and azithromycin, the Z-Pak, were 44% less likely to die from the coronavirus, contradicting earlier JAMA study. That's the Journal of American Medical Association, everybody. One theory is that hydroxychloroquine may aid to absorb zinc, a known antiviral. Why can't I look at that study and say that there's a good reason for us to be thinking about hydroxychloroquine? I can't, because you crazy people, the same people that are out there who are screaming because, like the Michigan State professor who's screaming at everybody, telling them that, no, you can't be on Zoom anymore because there's microaggressions all over the place. Because when I see somebody that I'm doing business with on the screen and they have a picture of their wife, the two of them, the husband and wife together, I got a problem with that because what are you saying, that you're not for same-sex marriage? What are you talking about? That's a Michigan State professor who just said that just the other day. We just talked about that story. Like it's crazy town, right? And it got brought up again. And thank goodness for Kayleigh McEnany, the new press secretary, who maybe people thought that Kayleigh McEnany was going to go in there and be run over by the media, but instead is torching them, is absolutely destroying the media that shows up every day. And it's skillful. I'll tell you this. I was talking to my wife yesterday about this. What she's doing is amazing. Because what she does is when the media asks one of their incredibly dumb questions that is always about flipping a script and trying to make the president look bad in some way, shape, or form, she takes time to partially answer their question, but then answer it, but then spend 2 minutes afterwards explaining why she only partially answered the question because of the way it was framed, but then goes right at the heart of it. For example, the hydroxychloroquine question came up yesterday at the press briefing, and listen to this.
Hydroxychloroquine has been a drug that has been in use for 65 years for lupus, arthritis, and malaria. It has a very good safety profile, but as with any drug and as with any prescription, it should be given by a doctor to a patient in that context. So no one should be taking this without a prescription.
Right. Okay. So so don't even say, just zip it. Don't even start to make comments like, don't you understand there are people that are buying hydroxychloroquine on the black market and they're shoving it in their mouth like Tic Tacs. Like it's a horrible thing. There are people that are dropping dead all over the country by No, they're not. No, that's not happening.
From their doctor. But that being said, I've seen a lot of apoplectic coverage of hydroxychloroquine. You had Jimmy Kimmel saying the president's, quote, trying to kill himself by taking it. You had Joe Scarborough saying, quote, this will kill you. Neil Cavuto saying, what have you got to lose? One thing you have to lose are lives. And you had Chris Cuomo saying the president knows that hydroxychloroquine is not supported by science. He knows it has been flagged by his own people, and he's using it. Well, Cuomo mocked.
Well, wait a second. Get ready for this. And this is where Kayleigh McEnany is masterful. Listen to this. When Cuomo wants to bring up hydroxychloroquine, hold on a second. Hold on.
Well, Cuomo mocked the president for this. And interestingly, I found this out just before coming here. Hydroxychloroquine, of course, is an FDA-approved medication with a long proven track record for safety. And it turns out that Chris Cuomo took a less safe version of it called quinine, which the FDA removed from the market in 2006 because of its serious side effects, including death. So really interesting to have that criticism of the president. And on that note to Chris Cuomo, I'd like to redirect him to his brother, the governor of New York, Governor Cuomo, who has several on-the-record statements about hydroxychloroquine, saying, I'm an optimist, I'm hopeful about the drug, and that's why we'll try it here in New York as soon as we get it. There has been anecdotal evidence that it's promising, that's why we're going ahead, and I have about 8 other quotes from Governor Cuomo, should any of you have interest in that.
Hold on a second, Jake. Hold on. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, hold on, you'll see this. Here you go, watch. This is it. Wait, hold on a second. That's your tush getting torched by Kayleigh McEnany. Look, woo! That's a tush torching right there. Is what we call that. If you're watching on YouTube, you're watching something that maybe you didn't want to see. But anyway, just go to Drew Steele Radio with 3 E's and please subscribe to the channel. And there you go. You can see it. Torched. Anybody else have any questions? Good for her. And again, what does she do so well? And what should you do the way she is doing it? That is using their own words against them. There are so many things that you know about the left. You all know this. If you are a Democrat that watches or listens to this show, and I know you do because I get your messages, or you are someone who is a Republican, conservative, wherever you stand, you know one thing for sure. We have learned some very valuable lessons in the past 10 years, 8 years, 6 years. And it's that the left always accuses you of doing the things that they do. Who was it, Tucker Carlson, that laid that out that way? That was a brilliant point that should stick with you all the time. The left always accuses you of what they are doing. And so when Kayleigh McEnany says, hold on a second, you got a problem with hydroxychloroquine, maybe you should go to Chris Cuomo, who decided to use a form of it that was taken off the market and could even cause death. Do you want to ask about that? Like why he would go and use that, something that wasn't FDA approved? And anyone at all? Instead of something that's been FDA approved, that people, think about this, a malaria drug that people use as a prophylactic before they go on vacation or before they go to certain areas of the globe. They take it before. So what are you talking about? Well, that's what they do. And I would hope that just like a lot of other things that are going on in life right now, you recognize it. You recognize Callie McEnany for what she's doing and how she is approaching the press secretary job and going after the media by using their own words against them, understanding that they are constantly, especially when it comes to anything against the president and the Trump-Russia collusion hoax and all of that they're always accusing you and the president of the things that they are doing themselves. Good for her. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Let's find out what's happening with traffic up to the minute. Here's Sabrina Katz.
The crash at the Midpoint Bridge has cleared. Traffic is easing, so a little better as you're heading over the bridge to Fort Myers. But if you want a faster commute, you can always stick to the Cape Coral Bridge. Also, the crash in Lehigh Acres is active at Gunnery Road and 8th Street Southwest, but the delays here have decreased as well. So pretty good to go as you're heading northbound towards Lee Boulevard. However, a lot of fog in the area, especially my traffic. I'm seeing fog near Estero. Limited visibility on the interstate, guys. Make sure to use those low beams. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a summer-like forecast, hot and humid. 93 degrees, heat index 100 plus, with scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms with the best chance of rain the more inland that you get. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Stay healthy.
I can see canceling big groups of things. I get that because we don't want it to spread.
Stay informed.
Testing is available in all 50 states.
Stay with 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, don't touch that dial.
Don't touch that dial.
For decades, radio has asked that you do not touch that dial. So if you're worried where to put your hands, we've got the most germ-free, sterile answer to all of your questions. Just ask your smart speaker.
Because when you want the best local news and talk, all you have to do is ask.
It's a sanitized way to enjoy some unsanitized news and talk. So don't touch that dial.
Speak to it. Alexa, play 92.5 Fox News.
I've always wanted to learn another language, but every time I try, it never sticks. So I decided to give Babbel a try, and I really like the teaching method of the app. I started with the beginner lesson on Babbel, and it starts with simple words and phrases. And soon, you're putting those words into a conversation. Each lesson takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and they're all really different, which keeps things interesting. The app is really smart. It actually keeps track of the words I'm struggling with, so I can practice them and get better. I chose Babbel because it was created by real language teachers. They built it around real life, how people actually communicate, and what they care about. I can't wait to use my new language skills in the real world. Dos cervezas, por favor.
With Babbel, get conversational in Spanish, French, German, and more. It just takes 10 to 15 minutes a day. Now try Babbel free. Just go to Babbel.com or download the Babbel app and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Hey guys, Dr. Amy here, your favorite chiropractor. We're back for your daily dose of Did You Know Chiropractic can help with that. And today we are talking about numbness and tingling in your limbs. That could either be in your upper extremities or in your lower extremities. So either your arms and hands or all the way down your legs and into your feet, or maybe both. And a lot of people right now have had to move from their office to working at home. And I've noticed that a lot of people who are working from home now don't have the best setups for their computer at home, and it's causing a lot of these symptoms to show up. And one of the symptoms that I have seen an increase in is actually that numbness and tingling in your limbs. That can happen and only does happen when your spine is not in the right position and is actually putting pressure on the nerves, causing that numbness and tingling. Chiropractic restores the position of your spine to take pressure off the nerves so you don't have that numbness and tingling anymore. If you're curious as to how we can can help you. Call us at 239-628-4899. And always remember, your power is on.
Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. LED color-changing pool lights can create an after-dark backyard oasis. Pick your color or select one of the light shows. You can see how dramatic it really is on our website. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
United we stand. That's never been more important than it is today. Now you can show your commitment to our president and the nation with the limited edition Trump 2020 American Eagle Silver Dollars. Show your support with the limited edition American Silver Eagles, specially priced from government.com. Just call 1-800-888-7618. Hold the weight of democracy in your hand with new, perfect, uncirculated condition Silver Eagle coins. These historic coins, signed into law by Reagan, have been America's money since 1986. To secure your new limited edition Trump 2020 American Eagle Silver Dollar coins, call 1-800-888-7618. Call now and we'll give you a free Trump 2020 Patriots Pack, including a Declaration of Independence commemorative and 5 Lincoln cents when you order. Call now to secure your silver dollar coins, plus get your free Trump 2020 Patriots Pack, valued at over $10, free with every order. 1-800-888-7618. That's 1-800-888-7618.
92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
All right, now you call it in the air. No catching. No. All right, flip it. Heads. Tails. No, it hit the table. So what? Interference. You can't count that. Come on, are you crazy? The coin cannot touch anything. It affects it.
You didn't call no interference.
You don't have to call that. That's a rule.
Wait a second. Did you hear about this? So there's a new study apparently, Jake, that says that people are happier. And I'm going to make you the people. You're the ombudsman. You ready? Here we go. A new study found that people are happier if they make big life decisions by a coin flip. Would it make you happy if you did a coin flip to decide whether or not you were going to make some large decision, buying a car, moving into a new house, breaking up with a girlfriend or something like that? If you had to flip a coin, whatever the coin says goes, you feel good about that?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, somebody did a study that says people are happier when you do that.
Well, maybe they should study something else.
I think they should. Maybe they should. Hydroxychloroquine. Hey, the people that are studying coin flips, can you study hydroxychloroquine? Grab some people and get them together, and let's do that instead. That's too much to ask. Although you only have one way to go. It's heads or tails. I mean, how do you go wrong there? It really is a good way, isn't it?
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home, so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's pest prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
You know, there is a way to help out with your family's health. There's a way you can do it for free if you're going to call Pelican Water Systems. Now, what am I talking about? Look, you know as well as I do here in Southwest Florida what it's like with the water that's coming out of your tap. It tastes bad, the chlorine smell, the chemicals that are in there. I mean, who even knows? Right? Your family, you're drinking, you're showering in it. Well, why not schedule your free no-obligation Pelican Water test right now? And they don't have to come in your home to test. They have the zero contact option, so you can find out what's really in the water that's coming through those taps, right? With one phone call. Call my friend Max. I'm telling you, you'll be amazed at what you're going to find. With the Pelican Water System for city or well water, you're going to love the way your water tastes, and so will your family. You have both options, both salt and salt-free systems. So you're going to love not lugging in bags of salt, and you're going to love not hassling with buying bottled water as well. For your free zero-contact Pelican Water test, here's the number, 239-880-7799. Give Max a call. Never any pressure. Schedule online as well at PelicanWestFL.com.
1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Always on time, or you don't pay a dime. Please visit us at www.onehourairnaples.com or call 844 1 hour.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and I want to talk to you about my good friends at AMCO of Bonita Springs. You know, they're open. They are ready to handle any repairs or maintenance that you have for your car or truck, especially during these times. And look, they're taking precautions that they have to take to stay open at this point and to continue to earn a living for all of the team who depend on their paychecks for their families. They've adjusted their hours Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and they're encouraging you to drop off your vehicle. They know you've been through a lot together, and AMCO of Bonita Springs, I want you to remember, they opened the shop in 2008. That was during the recession then. And now, 12 years later, dealing with this again and these struggles brought on by the virus. So if you're in need of auto or truck repair, then you know where to go. It's AMCO of Bonita Springs. Kevin and his brother Todd have been side by side at AMCO of Bonita Springs since 2008. Together, we're all going to get through these difficult times. So give them a call. They're located on Burnwood Drive in Bonita, 992-2626. That's 992-2626. Will you give them a call today? AMCO of Bonita Springs.
The power that crystal meth had over me is baffling. And the only option I was left with was I can die alone in this misery, or I could try to stop.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. There are now more than 5 million total confirmed cases of the new coronavirus worldwide, with the World Health Organization reporting the highest single-day total yet yesterday. Most Americans, although fewer, still say people should be staying home as much as possible.
A new AP NORC poll shows about 60% support such a policy. That is down from 80% just last month. The survey also shows a growing partisan divide, with Democrats taking a far more cautious approach to reopening, while Republicans appear more in favor of loosening restrictions.
Fox's Tom Graham. President Trump heads to Michigan today.
The president visits Ford's Rawsonville components plant in Ypsilanti today, where workers, in a partnership with GE Healthcare, are helping produce 100,000 ventilators to help respond to the coronavirus crisis.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stadium Dry Cleaners. Online at stadiumdrycleaners.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
This is Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Lee County Sheriff deputies have arrested a suspect, Benjamin Page, in the Lehigh Acres homicide last weekend of Terrence Brown. Authorities say the victim had sexually explicit pictures of the two and refused to delete them. Naples police need your help to find several people who went on a destructive rampage at the 3rd Street Plaza shopping center. You can see the video of them smashing windows on the Wink News app. Call Naples police if you can help identify those vandals. This afternoon, there is another opportunity to pick up food if you need it. St. Matthew's House is hosting another food drive. It's at First Baptist Church of Naples on 3000 Orange Blossom Drive. It runs from 1 to 5 p.m. The state's letting some vacation rentals in Southwest Florida resume reservations. So far, only Charlotte and Lee counties have been approved. Vacation rentals may accept in-state guests for a maximum of 30 days. A giant wildfire burning in Collier County is now 90% contained. The 36th Avenue Southeast fire spread across 8,000 acres in Golden Gate Estates. It started a week ago and so far has destroyed a dozen homes. The Collier County Sheriff's Office will take a moment today to thank medical staff on the front lines. They'll be flying helicopters over NCH this morning. The flyovers are scheduled for 11 a.m. at Baker Hospital and 11:05 at North Naples. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
The crash at the Midway Bridge has cleared. Traffic is easing, so a little better as you're heading over the bridge to Fort Myers. But if you want a faster commute, you can always stick to the Cape Coral Bridge. Also, the crash in Lehigh Acres is active at Gunnery Road and 8th Street Southwest, but the delays here have decreased as well. So pretty good to go as you're heading northbound towards Lee Boulevard. However, a lot of fog in the area, especially my traffic. I'm seeing fog near Estero. Limited visibility on the interstate, guys. Make sure to use those low beams. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a little slice of summertime here in May as we will see the development of afternoon and evening scattered showers and storms. Now, the best chance of rain is going to be the more inland that you get, and especially near and east of I-75. You don't have the rain to cool you down, hot and humid. High temperatures in the lower to middle 90s, heat index 100 plus. And we continue with this type of pattern towards your Friday with afternoon and evening scattered storms, hot and humid before the rain tries to cool you down. More spotty showers and storms for the holiday weekend during the afternoon and evening with those temps in the 90s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
This is Jerry. I listen to Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel at night, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Want to talk about Stadium Dry Cleaners. My good friends, they are great people there. I've been going to Stadium Dry Cleaners, I'm telling you, for as long as I can remember. And you may know Larry Rose. Now, Larry is an experienced SEC and NFL referee. Well, I know Larry has a fantastic dry cleaner and a great businessman. Look, you're going to love Stadium Dry Cleaners. They have discounts for our first responders and seniors. They have multiple locations near Publix at Daniels Crossing in Fort Myers, the Gateway Trade Center in Fort Myers, and the Elegant Image Dry Cleaners next to Walgreens on Del Prado in Cape Coral. They are Lee County's leading dry cleaner since 1988. With 30 years of experience in Lee County, I'm telling you, I trust my family's dry cleaning to Larry and the team at Stadium Dry Cleaners. So will you visit them? Visit stadiumdrycleaners.com and look for their monthly specials for great savings.
Gotta go to Galliana. Great news, Southwest Florida. Below invoice employee pricing at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. That's right. Below invoice pricing on Chrysler Pacificas, Jeep Wranglers, Jeep Gladiators, and heavy-duty Ram trucks. Over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles in stock. Loaded, luxurious Grand Cherokee Limited lease. 0 down, $269 per month. That's right. Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. 0 down, $269 per month. Plus at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you can drive payment-free for 4 months, interest-free for 6 years, and worry-free up to 100,000 miles. Our parts, service, and body shop are open to serve you. Below invoice employee pricing at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 42 monthly lease on Jeep, 10,000 miles per year, 0 to 8 signing plus tax, title, doc, and dealer fee, 0 security deposit, $13.88 per month per thousand borrowed for 72 months at 0 APR with 0 down with lender approval.
92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. That is the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. That is Jake the Millennial's face right there that you can see his soon-to-be millennial mullet coming up this weekend. We're gonna find somebody who will give Jake a mullet because he's looking forward to having one. He wants to. I don't know what he wants to do, but if you're on YouTube, you can watch us anytime you want. Just go to Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's. Somebody said, Drew, am I wrong? Or are there not 4 E's in Drew Steele? Well, Drew has an E, but I'm talking about Steele. Steele, Steele, 3 E's on Steele. Just go there and please subscribe to our channel. We would love for you to watch each and every day. And you get to see Jake soon with his millennial mullet. Did we find somebody that's going to do that? No, nobody.
No, not yet.
All right, 2 things I need from you today, if you don't mind, Southwest Florida. Here are the 2 things. The first thing is you can see Jake. He looks sad. You can see Jake. He looks sad. Here you go. He's not getting this. If you would volunteer, if you are somebody who is maybe works in a salon, knows somebody that works in a salon, knows somebody that works in a barber shop, that could cut Jake's hair and do a mullet for him. And he's not going to sue you or anything like that for doing it. Like, he wants to do it. It's not like he's going to, what have you done to my head? It's not going to be anything like that. Yeah, he'll pay you. Please text us, 239-479-5592. And then the other thing, too, could you do this for me as well? And I mentioned this off the air yesterday, and I'll mention it on the air. Anybody know anything about golden doodles? Anybody have a line on a golden doodle? Anybody have a golden doodle puppy? I'm in search of a golden doodle. It's a long story, but if you know somebody in Southwest Florida who has one available, I've got somebody who would just love to know that you do, because they would do what you do, right?
Bowl of doggy do.
Speaking
Speaking of Nancy Pelosi and doo-doo, what is her fascination with doggy doo? Have you noticed this? Am I the only person on the planet who has noticed that Nancy Pelosi has this fascination with doggy doo? And I'm not exaggerating. Yesterday, when asked about the president, and here we go back and forth with the president and hydroxychloroquine, the president going after Nancy Pelosi and calling her mentally disturbed or whatever he said, or that she's mental, or, the back and forth with the president. And Nancy Pelosi says, listen to this.
You're asking me about the appropriateness of the actions of this president of the United States? So completely inappropriate in so many ways that it's almost a given. It's like a child who comes in with mud on their pants or something. That's the way it is. They're outside playing. That's what he comes in with doggy doo on his shoes. And
I told you. What's her fascination with doggy doo?
Doggy doo on.
It's like a
bowl of doggy doo.
She's fascinated with doggy doo. Like, what is it with? Is it because she doesn't know what doggy doo looks like because, in her ivory tower with her $25,000 refrigerator in her kitchen with her $8,000 worth of ice cream that she doesn't have to look at it? She has pets, but somebody else pick the poop up. Get it out of my face. I don't even know what it looks like. I don't even know what end it comes out of. Just get rid of it. Like, is that what's her deal? I'm just asking. Seriously.
Has that on their shoes too. And everybody
where is it?
Doggy doo on bowl of doggy doo.
Sorry, it's just oh man. There's something funny about that. Something a little strange. I'm not saying mental because that's not nice, that's not kind, and we are kind here. And kids, listen, a valuable lesson here. Don't do drugs. But the point is this. That the whole world has gone crazy. Everybody's gone crazy. Politicians have gone crazy. Hosts of national shows have gone crazy. Do you know, Jake, do you know what a Karen is? If somebody says that's a Karen, do you know what a Karen is? Of course you do, right? Because that's a millennial. All right, so for those that don't know what a Karen is, just go ahead and give me the explanation for people that don't know. What's a Karen? If somebody says you're such a Karen.
Entitlement. Karen equals entitlement.
Okay, so you're somebody who's entitled.
Well, you think you're entitled,
but
you're really not.
Okay. So if you were in written form to read, for those that don't know, what is a Karen, your explanation would be, Jake?
A Karen is essentially normally middle-aged woman who feels as if everything revolves around her. Good example would be maybe you didn't get enough cheese on your nachos, so you freak out and ask for more cheese on your nachos. Something like that.
Yeah, you should go get your phone. That was an opportunity found right there. So, again, go ahead.
Karen equals entitlement.
All right. If you were to read what a Karen is,
it's hard to explain.
No,
I
here.
have to give you an example.
Well, follow me, Jake. Here you go. If you were to read what a Karen is, that's what it is. If you were to listen and watch and see what a Karen looks like, it's this.
Your lack of ability to handle this massive human catastrophe, the fact that you've made it worse, and that you make it worse every day, and that you won't even wear a mask to protect people from your germs. But the germs you're spreading on Twitter, first of all, Twitter, you shouldn't be allowing this. And you should be taking these tweets down. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You'll be hearing from me on this, because this is BS.
That is Mika Brzezinski on Morning Joe. That's it. She just did it, right, Jake?
Yeah, the you will hear from me is the perfect example of a Karen.
You will hear from me. Oh, we're going to listen to that part again. That was classic.
From your germs. But the germs you're spreading on Twitter, first of all, Twitter, you shouldn't be allowing this. And you should be taking these tweets down. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You'll be hearing from me on this, because this is BS.
That's a Karen. Mika Brzezinski is a Karen. She is... Oh, you've been on the screen the whole time. Sorry. There you go.
It's all right.
It's okay. If you're watching on YouTube, You're seeing everything in action. You're seeing people calling in. You're seeing. Just go to Drew Steele Radio and you can subscribe and then certainly watch. She's a Karen. That's what a Karen is. She's complaining to Twitter that Twitter needs to take down the President of the United States account. Take down his Twitter account because he's dangerous, I tell you. And Twitter, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna do something. Yeah. No, they've lost it. They've absolutely lost it. 239-479-5592. All right. I'll get to these few calls here. All right, quickly. Ron's in Estero. Ron's been holding for like an hour. Hi, Ron.
It's all right. I was just listening to you like you're on my radio. Maybe a little transistor handheld thing.
Okay.
Hey, man, just on the stay local thing, last week Lee County got all the government money that they were supposed to get.
Yep.
And the fires came in and we lost track of that. But also, going back to the fires at the airport, how could there be 10 cars initially on fire and then all these, cars up to 10,000 cars burned? The response they have on the forest fires, you think that they would have been able to see 10 cars in the airport parking lot on fire and respond to that quick enough to put it out before 10,000 cars burned.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Hold on, Ron. We're going to a bunch of different places here. So let's hold on a second. Okay. You started with the money that Lee County received. You're talking about the CARES Act money. Brian Hammond was on yesterday, talked about some of the money and how it was being used. If you want to go back on our YouTube channel, you can listen to Brian Hammond's comments. It's right there, so you could hear what he said. But yeah, the money's being distributed. They're being used. Some of it is being put in reserves for the future in case there are other COVID-related issues that are happening here in Southwest Florida. So he mentioned what was going on with the money. And then as far as the fires and the vehicles that were on fire at the airport, I'm assuming that the part of what happened there was the fact that one car catches on fire. They're all filled with fuel. Next thing you know, it's something that it wasn't going to be 10 cars and you can be like, oh, this is going to be easy to put out. It started to rage pretty quick. Is that not, that's not the view? That's not what you got out of that? I'm not sure. Okay. Roger's in an airplane or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you doing there, Roger?
Low.
Okay.
Flying low over Fort Myers.
Flying low.
So, yeah, I got a comment in regards to your Nancy Pelosi doggy do.
Bowl of doggy do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's her way, I believe, of cursing without actually saying the S word, and it's her nice way of saying that.
Oh, so okay, so that is her. Like, for example, Roger, the running a joke around the building, and it's not really a joke to me, is that I never cuss. Me personally, I just don't do it. I just don't. I don't feel like I need to. If I can make I can express myself very well without using 4-letter words. It's just me. It's what I do. I'm not looking at. I can't do it anymore, Roger. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Roger's he's flying over, and it sounded like he hit some turbulence. And so yeah, the running joke around is that to try to get Drew to actually drop a 4-letter word because I don't. And again, I'm not looking at anybody else and saying that if you do that, shame on you, you shouldn't. I'm not looking at you. Jake. But the point is that I don't even know what the point is. I was just why was I even bringing that up? Why was I bringing up the fact that I don't cuss? Just because, and so, yeah, okay, so Roger's comment is that she uses doggy do as her cuss word, kind of the way I say dang or something like that, or I don't know what is the worst word you've ever heard me say, Jake? Do you even know? Is it
damn? And I can say it on the radio.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
So I did. Okay. And then you were like, oh.
I was surprised, not going to lie.
Okay.
You were highly upset, and I was waiting for something a little bit more extreme, but that's all that came out, and I was like, okay.
But you could tell that it didn't have to. It's just me.
You don't have to express yourself with naughty language.
I like the way you said that, naughty language.
Naughty?
Okay, naughty. What is you with the faking British accents today? Why are you doing that?
I don't know. It's just coming out.
I know. Just make it not.
Pretty cool, though.
No. Especially if you're going to have a mullet soon. If you're going to talk with a mullet, if you're going to talk like that with a mullet, no.
Why not?
I can give you a lot of reasons why not. Okay, well, see me after class. 239-479-5592. Somebody texted, she's from San Francisco. That's the poop capital of the country. Well, I guess there's that. It is. Of course, it's not doggy do. It's human do. It's what they do. It's what you do.
This is what you do.
This show has completely gone off the rails. Completely gone off the rails. Can we bring it back? Bring it back. All right. Before we get ready to do Drew's College next, is there anything else that I wanted to touch on before we go to that? No. Let's just go to that. Can we just do that? Let's do that now. Let's fire it. I'll fire it. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. If you want to call, you want to play, have a little bit of fun with this, I leave it up to Jake, the mullet millennial. What is it? What number, Jake? Pick a number between 1 and 5.
4.
Yeah? Okay. Caller number 4 right now at 239-479-5592. Caller number 4 will play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. There is Sabrina Katz.
The crash at the Midpoint Bridge has cleared. Traffic is easing, so a little better as you're heading over the bridge to Fort Myers. But if you want a faster commute, you can always stick to the Cape Coral Bridge. Also, the crash in Lehigh Acres is active at Gunnery Road and 8th Street Southwest, but the delays here have decreased as well. So pretty good to go as you're heading northbound towards Lee Boulevard. However, a lot of fog in the area, especially my traffic. I'm seeing fog near Estero. Limited visibility on the interstate, guys. Make sure to use those low beams. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a summer-like forecast, hot and humid. 93 degrees, heat index 100 plus, with scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms with the best chance of rain the more inland that you get. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
For the right information on the coronavirus.
We don't want people coming into contact because that's the way we're going to win this war. That is so important.
Get facts, not fear.
92.5
Fox News.
Attention Florida HVAC technicians. I want you to take a look down at your uniform. Is the name Best Home Services embroidered on the front? If not, I have some very bad news. You're working at the wrong company. Join a team where you can create your own opportunities. Join Best Home Services. If you take pride in providing outstanding customer service, Best Home Services is where you want to be. Of course we offer top wages, top benefits, and top perks, but it's the other stuff that makes us different. You and your family deserve more. Join the team at Best Home Services and enjoy living up to the name. Best Home Services, now hiring HVAC technicians.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. I have my friend TJ Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And the selection, of course, at Floor Meisters is amazing. The core tech that I have now in my home. TJ, I got to tell you, it is unbelievable. My wife over the moon. It's like, it's perfect. Even down to the installation. Everything was amazing, TJ.
Well, I'm glad your wife is very happy with it.
So am I.
It's softer, it's quieter, it's beautiful, real look of wood, everything your wife wanted, and you got it all taken care of for her.
And so talk about the selection that you have.
Right now we have 90 colors of CoreTech in stock, ready to go pick up, put down as soon as you want it. Everything starting at $299 on up with lifetime warranty.
You have to love CoreTech. You've got to love TJ and Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters. If you haven't been there, go there today. 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco. Now, whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Hey, Southwest Florida. When disasters strike, whether fire, flood, or hurricane, and it's time to file an insurance claim, remember, the more details you provide, the faster and better your chances are of getting the claim paid. That's where Bonafide's AIP comes in. With a virtual tour, photos, and itemized list of your assets on a secure file, those details are always just a few clicks away. Don't wait till it's too late. Call Bonafide at 239-244-8086 or visit us on the web at bonafidemeasurements.com and schedule your AIP today.
You know Tri-Town Construction as your one-stop shop for all your construction and repair needs, including roofing and remodeling to new custom home construction. Tri-Town Construction wants you to know that they're available to serve your needs during this time of staying at home. As a locally owned and operated business, Tri-Town Construction has always maintained a policy of giving back. Well, they have stepped that up even more. As we all endure this pandemic, Tri-Town Construction is partnered with Seaside Bar and Grill in Bonita Springs and will donate meals from the proceeds of every job they do during this time to those frontline responders helping to keep us safe and healthy. Online at tri-townconstruction.com. Again, tri-townconstruction.com. Tri-Town Construction is ready when you are. Homegrown and here to stay. Safety first, Southwest Florida.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to James. James is in beautiful Cape Coral. Hey, James.
Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, sir. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We will see if you are in a PhD. Your associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, James, the President of the United States can no longer serve. The Vice President of the United States can no longer serve. Who is third in line to be President of the United States in that case?
Speaker of the House.
That is correct, sir. I know it's hard to even say.
Bowl of doggy do.
I know. All right, so you got an associate's to see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. The name of our national anthem, what do we call it? It's called what?
Star Spangled Banner.
That is correct. Oh, say. Let me see. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. In 1832, this party held its first national convention. Was it the Republican Party or the Democrat Party in 1832? Who held its first?
Republican Party.
No, it was the Democrat Party. Democrat Party. It was multiple choice. You could have flipped a coin. Yep. All right. Well, let's see if you get a master's degree on this question. 1962, Cuba, Bay of Pigs, all of these things taking place at that time period. Who was the president of the United States when all of that was taking place in 62?
Kennedy.
That is correct, sir. All right, look at you, James. I can't see you, but somebody's looking at you. Congratulations. You got a master's degree today on Drew's College, so now you get to speak with Jake the Millennial, the mullet-headed millennial soon.
All right.
And you'll get to ask him who cut his hair, why he decided to do it, and he'll tell you all about how you can get your diploma and your prizes as well. So can you stay right where you are, unless, of course, you're driving?
Yeah, I can stay right where I'm at.
Yeah, you should do that anyway. It's safe. All right.
Okay.
All right, stay right there. All right, when we come back, Cabot Phillips is going to join us from Campus Reform. Cabot's got some interesting information that we're going to discuss, and it has to do with China. And it's not about China and the virus. No. It's a little bit deeper than that. And what about the infiltration of China into our college campuses? I mean, is that really happening? Is that really taking place, or is this just something that people are saying is happening, and it's not really true? And well, you know what? We're going to find out more with Cabot Phillips, who's going to join us in a minute and get the details on that. You may be surprised and shocked to find out some of the information that's coming up. We'll have it next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. By the way, you can watch the interview with Cabot coming up in just a minute on our YouTube channel, streaming live every day. Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe. We appreciate it.
This is Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. What happened then?
Significant evidence this came from Wuhan.
Unleashing the contagion around the world.
What's happening now?
We're on the decline.
To reopen. But we have to open it up safely.
Get back to having a strong economy.
Your station for what happens next.
Well, we can close the task force.
Be prepared for flare-ups. Financial help. We're going to have to do that again.
Check in 3, 4, 5 times a day.
Every day now.
The question is where. The question is when.
Who can provide the answer?
92.5 Fox News.
Your local 1-hour air conditioning and heating team is open and ready to serve you. AC isn't a luxury, but rather is essential to your life. Give our team a call at 844-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent, like Prudential and Mutual of Omaha, and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-589-5599. That's 800-589-5599. 800-589-5599. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
The power that crystal meth had over me is baffling. And the only option I was left with was I can die alone in this misery, or I can try to stop.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
This is Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Lee County Sheriff deputies have arrested a suspect, Benjamin Page, in the Lehigh Acres homicide last weekend of Terrence Brown. Authorities say the victim had sexually explicit pictures of the two and refused to delete them. Naples police need your help to find several people who went on a destructive rampage at the 3rd Street Plaza shopping center. You can see the video of them smashing windows on the Wink News app. Call Naples police if you can help identify those vandals. This afternoon, there is another opportunity to pick up food if you need it. St. Matthew's House is hosting another food drive. It's at First Baptist Church of Naples on 3000 Orange Blossom Drive. It runs from 1 to 5 p.m. The state's letting some vacation rentals in Southwest Florida resume reservations. So far, only Charlotte and Lee counties have been approved. Vacation rentals may accept in-state guests for a maximum of 30 days. A giant wildfire burning in Collier County is now 90% contained. The 36th Avenue Southeast fire spread across 8,000 acres in Golden Gate Estates. It started a week ago and so far has destroyed a dozen homes. The Collier County Sheriff's Office will take a moment today to thank medical staff on the front lines. They'll be flying helicopters over NCH this morning. The flyovers are scheduled for 11 a.m. at Baker Hospital and 11:05 at North Naples. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
The crash at the Midpoint Bridge has cleared. Traffic is easing, so a little better as you're heading over the bridge to Fort Myers. But if you want a faster commute, you can always stick to the Cape Coral Bridge. Also, the crash in Lehigh Acres is active at Gunnery Road and 8th Street Southwest, but the delays here have decreased as well. So pretty good to go as you're heading northbound towards Lee Boulevard. However, a lot of fog in the area, especially my traffic. I'm seeing fog near Estero. Limited visibility on the interstate, guys. Make sure to use those low beams. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a little slice of summertime here in May as we will see the development of afternoon and evening scattered showers and storms. Now, the best chance of rain is going to be the more inland that you get, and especially near and east of I-75. You don't have the rain to cool you down, hot and humid. High temperatures in the lower to middle 90s, heat index 100 plus. And we continue with this type of pattern towards your Friday with afternoon and evening scattered storms, hot and humid, before the rain tries to cool you down. More spotty showers and storms for the holiday weekend during the afternoon and evening with those temps in the 90s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Hi, this is Sarah from Naples, and I listen to Drew Steele in the morning, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. My friends at Zero Res Carpet and Tile Cleaning want to let you know, look, your safety and your family's safety is their top priority. In the light of the current health and safety concerns, Zero Res wants to let you know about some of the procedures and preventative measures for added protection. Practicing safe social distancing while in your home. You can even leave or stay in another room, and they can communicate with you by phone. phone. How cool is that? Cleaning and disinfecting all equipment with EPA-registered disinfectants between each job. The techs are wearing gloves and booties. They're supplementing the supply of products that are EPA-approved to clean and disinfect hard surfaces, and as an added preventive measure, at no additional fee, they're going to treat doorknobs with the EPA-approved hospital-grade disinfecting products. Look, the top priority is to create peace of mind by providing people with healthy, safe, clean home and work environments, and they're going to continue to do just that through this difficult time. Give them a call at 239-932-9376. That's 239-932-9376 or online at zeroresSWFL.com. Spell it backwards or forwards, it still spells the same. ZEROREZ.
Your home is your sanctuary, your refuge, the place where you should be able to relax, decompress, and chill out. It's the place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Conditioned Air can help you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Lennox home comfort systems are built to last with the newest technology that keeps your air perfect and helps you feel more relaxed and energized. And here's some more good news. Conditioned Air is offering up to $1,600 in rebates, in addition to great financing options on a new Lennox system. That's right, Conditioned Air is making it easier than ever to achieve perfect air in your home. For all the details, call Conditioned Air at 1-888-COLD-AIR today, or visit us online at conditionedair.com. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962. License CAC 1819590.
Snooze.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're joining us today. 239-479-5592. There's the phone number and the text line. Our good friend Cabot Phillips, Campus Reform, is joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. And, typically we get the chance to follow Cabot and we get to see him on college campuses, and we get to see Cabot asking questions about all things that may relate to the Constitution and your freedoms and your liberties. And then we come to find out that Cabot has some interesting conversations with people, and then we get worried about where everything is going with regard to our kids, our youth, if you will. But this Cabot is a little disturbing from what I'm looking at here. First of all, good morning, my friend. How are you? All right. It's good to see you. So Cabot, what about this? I'm really concerned about this. China's infiltration of our college and university campuses. Many people have talked about this before, right? We've talked about the concerns that China is infiltrating and hacking and stealing intellectual property, but I'm worried about what you have been witnessing on college campuses. Can you talk a little bit first about what you've been identifying, what you've been seeing, what has been going on here, Cabot?
Yeah, so China has been very open recently about how they view college campuses, according to their Ministry of Propaganda, as, quote, soft targets. So they view our college campuses as easy places for them to go in and do.
Oh, hold on,
property.
Cap. Oh, there you go. Okay, we just lost your audio for a second, Cap. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. So there's two parts to it. First off, propaganda, and second off, stealing intellectual property from America. So the first part of that, they have 75 Confucius Institutes. These are Chinese Communist Party funded centers on campus. They claim to be teaching Chinese language and Chinese culture on campus, But in reality, according to the Chinese government themselves, they are on American campuses to try and influence our curriculum, to try and make sure that nothing negative about the Chinese government is being taught. And they're going to Chinese student associations, pressuring them to make sure none of the students from China are telling people what it's actually like living there. And they're actually going so far to use these as hubs for their hacking endeavors. The Department of Defense and the Pentagon have both said, if you have a Confucius Institute on your campus, we're not going to be giving you any federal grants. So it's time to shut these down. There's 75 of them right now. We need to shut them down. And the second part of this problem, out research from American professors. So there have been a whole spat, at least a dozen professors this past year that have been caught selling research to the Chinese Communist Party. So one professor, for example, at UCLA, he's facing 219 years in prison for smuggling secret missile secrets from the Air Force and Navy. Another professor at Harvard secretly was paid $1.5 million to set up a medical research facility in Wuhan, China for the Communist Party of China. Wow. Another professor at West Virginia said, hey, I'm out. I'm taking paternity leave for a bit, going to spend time with my newborn son. In reality, he actually went to China and was paid $500,000 there to help them to help transfer research that he had done in the United States to the Chinese government. So there's been a whole spat of professors that are essentially selling out the American people in exchange for a payday from the Chinese Communist Party. And we're just now starting to uncover how prevalent this is and how much China is willing to pay for American research under the table to American professors.
So the first question, Cabot, that comes to my mind is, do they know this is happening? I mean, do the leadership at these college campuses, I mean, are they in on this, or do they know it when they recognize it? Do they do something? Because I worry, and I'm sure you worry as well. My first reaction is, does political correctness come into play? Because how many times have we heard about people who get into a position like this, right? Who are somebody who gets caught at a college campus, or we hear about that, and then all of a sudden they're screaming racism. They're saying you're only doing this because it's the virus and you're concerned, and then they start bringing things into it that hold on a second, no, that's not what's happening here. We know legitimately what you've done wrong. And then political correctness comes into play, and so it's almost as if nobody wants to say anything. I mean, does that make sense? Is that at play here too?
That absolutely is at play, and the Chinese government actually knows that people on American college campuses are terrified of being politically incorrect, right. So they use that to their advantage. We saw that with how they responded to coronavirus. When people started calling it the Chinese coronavirus and blaming them, rightfully so, for the outbreak, the Chinese consulate came out and said, well, that's racist for anyone to assume that it was our fault. They know that's how it works, and it's the same thing on college campuses. I've been to over 100 campuses. I've seen firsthand the biggest fear every day for students and administrators. They walk around living in complete fear that they will have someone call them a racist or a bigot or a xenophobe. And they know that if they raise questions about the presence of a Chinese communist-funded center on their campus, then they're going to be called a xenophobe. They're intolerant of other cultures because no culture is better than any other culture, because that's what they're told on campus. And if they ask questions about the professor they think that might have a little bit too cozy of a relationship with the Chinese government, they're afraid of being called intolerant and a racist for that, for assuming that someone will be doing such a thing. So we can't let political correctness make us naive to a very real threat. It's not a conspiracy theory. The Department of Defense, intelligence communities, Pentagon, they've all come out and said very openly. The FBI even last week issuing a warning saying, we know China is using our college campuses to steal information and research. We need to stop it. And sadly, you're right, political correctness does play a role in this being allowed to flourish.
Yeah, and that's, and again, Cabot Phillips joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, campusreform.org. I would encourage you to go to the website and look at some of these stories and some of what is out there, and you'll get to read and see the China's infiltration of our college and university campuses. And Cabot, I would ask you this, why college campuses? Like, what is it about a college campus specifically that you would say, because it's almost as if, dare I say this, and maybe you will say it, but is it because it's you have willing partnerships there? You have people who have, I don't know, is it the belief, it believes the ideology? Is that what it is? What is it about a college campus that makes it such a target for situations like this?
Well, I think there's two main reasons. The first off is if the Chinese were trying to set up their propaganda centers in an average town, a lot of people in those towns are old enough and informed enough to understand that the propaganda they're hearing about China is completely ridiculous. And also, they're old enough to understand and remember what communism and socialism have actually done throughout the world. But when you go to a college campus, that is a perfect spot for your propaganda to hit, because if you're telling people how great the Communist Party in China is and how Mao wasn't actually that bad and how all the things that China has done to its people, it's justified. Let's listen to what's actually going on in China. A lot of these students, they're predisposed to view communism and socialism favorably. Communism is now more popular with young people than it's ever been in polling data, according to Gallup. So it is a kind of a right place for them to find people to agree with them. So that's one reason. And the second reason is strategic. There's so much research going on at universities. We've got, hundreds of professors every year applying for federal research grants. And so the Chinese know that they've got all these professors that are there conducting sensitive research that have contracts. So, for example, some of these professors that have been caught, 2 of the professors had federal research contracts with NASA. So they were conducting research through NASA and then turning around and handing that research over to the Chinese in exchange for money. Other professors had contracts with the Department of Energy, National Institute of Health, National Institute of Science. So they are professors that are applying for these grants, and the Chinese are essentially going to these campuses and poaching them. They're trying to find ones that might be sympathetic to them, and they're saying, hey, we'll pay you under the table as part of our 1,000 Talents program, which we're recruiting great scientists from around the world for this new thing of this conglomerate of scientists. And, don't report any of this. Don't worry, there's nothing sketchy going on, though. That's basically what they're saying. They think that we're stupid enough to fall for that. And sadly, many of our universities have been stupid enough to turn a blind eye to it. And so I think that's why college campuses are kind of the hotbed for this.
Yeah, and you brought something up. You touched on something, and I wonder if maybe we can dig a little bit more into that. Are we looking at campuses that are in areas, let's just say, where the left preside? I mean, are we looking, you think about Madison in Wisconsin, right? You think about these cities, right, where there's a lot of left-leaning individuals there, the governments, the places that these college campuses are in, and what the culture is like there. I mean, is there like a connection? I mean, you kind of touched on it, but is that safe to say? I mean, or is it just across the board? It doesn't matter.
So one point I would make there is it's pretty hard to find a campus that isn't leftist dominated at this point.
Right, yeah, that's true.
It's not really a conservative or a liberal-leaning college for the most part. But to be honest, we documented dozens of these cases and dozens of these Confucius Institutes. We have an entire page, campusreform.org/China, dedicated strictly to this coverage. Oh. And we have a big map there, and you can see on the map all these dots where all this is happening. It's all around the country. You've got cases in California, but you've also got ones in Kansas, one recently at Emory University in Atlanta. You've got one at Tennessee. And so Arkansas, it really is all around the country. The Chinese aren't discriminating with where they're going. They're trying everywhere, and they're trying to see what sticks. And I just have to point out the irony, too, that for the last 4 years, with almost no evidence, we've had to hear endlessly about foreign interference in our elections. Foreign interference, foreign meddling. Right. Everyone was so concerned about this, especially on the left. That's all they really wanted to talk about, again, with almost no evidence. Now, though, we have ample evidence, endless evidence. Our own Defense Department is saying this is happening. Our intelligence communities, the Pentagon, of real foreign interference and real foreign meddling on our college campuses, which is impacting our next generation. And those same people are saying, well, it's not a big deal. We don't really need to look at this. It's not actually happening. It's a conspiracy theory. They were the conspiracy theorists all along, and now they don't want to step up to the plate now. And so sadly, so far, this has not been a bipartisan fight to keep China off our campuses. You've got one side that really is remaining quiet, and it shouldn't be a left versus right issue. It should be a wrong versus right issue to want to defend the integrity of our schools.
Yeah, and I guess that sort of is the point that I was trying to make in all of this, is that the college campuses, I mean, they're going to be left-leaning. I mean, I think we all know that. The places, when I brought it up, that the campuses are located, populated, I would say, by the left around these campuses. But even having to put that aside for just a second, we shouldn't even be talking about this left or right the same way we shouldn't be talking about the virus this way. If there's ever anything that we have had in this country where we can all unite and go, there's the enemy, you're not the enemy, that's the enemy, and that's where we have to go, and that's what we have to stop, this virus. And we can't even do that. So then, Cabot, we have this fear, right, that if we can't even get to that point, and we know that we can't even be together on the common enemy that is this virus, then how do we get comfortable in the knowledge or the belief that we're going to have a campus, let's say, that's going to stop this, especially with the virus still in the news? It's almost like if it's in the news, that makes China in the news. That means that if we really wanted to attack this and go after this on campuses, then we have to bring it up, in which case, to your point, we can't really do that because, well, then now we're going to scream xenophobic or racism. You can't do that. And oh, by the way, you have the virus attached to it. And oh, by the way, it just keeps spiraling. So how do we stop this? And what can we do? Because we have to be able to do something. We need the power to be able to say, all right, what's the next step? How do I stop this? If I recognize something, where do I go? What do I do?
Yeah, so I think first off, it's on average Americans to put pressure on their legislators. I've been meeting with legislators in D.C., urging them to take action. And I think every average American can do the exact same thing. So Congress launched an investigation into Chinese interference efforts on campus 2 weeks ago. So they said, okay, we're launching an investigation. I'm saying, why is there a need for an investigation? We already have all this evidence.
Right.
What is left to investigate? Take action. So I think people can urge their members of Congress to pass legislation to shut down Confucius Institutes. We know that they are centers for propaganda. The Chinese admit this. Why in the world are we letting this happen? It's a double standard. Also, there's no reciprocity. You don't see Lincoln Centers and Reagan Centers and Roosevelt Institutes on Chinese campuses because they don't let us have a single inch on Chinese campuses because they know that they're a hostile government to us. So there's no reciprocity there. Just one more thing to point out. And so also I think it comes down to us finding ways to get the next generation concerned about this. So if I'm trying to get a college student motivated to want to care about this, I've actually been to campuses where there are these Confucius Institutes. I've interviewed students. I've said, are you concerned about this? They said, no, I trust the Chinese government. I don't think there's a problem. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it's academic. And so I found that talking to students on terms that they actually care about is sometimes more impactful. So I'm not going to say, hey, it's a national security threat. Is that concerning? Because they hear national security and they think, oh, well, that's some conservative Republican talking point. Mm-hmm. They hear tough on China and they think, well, that's what Donald Trump is. I'm not going to be tough on China because that's what Donald Trump is. And I can't agree with him on anything. But if I ask them, what's important to you? Isn't it diversity and tolerance and open-mindedness and equality and supporting minority communities, right? Which are at their heart all good things. A lot of times left clearly goes overboard. But I say, so you're okay with a regime that throws 2 million Muslims in concentration camps because of their religion, and a regime that takes away the free speech rights of minorities and oppresses women. You're okay with that? 1 billion people having human rights violations? You're okay with them having a foothold here? And kind of putting it in terms that they understand. I think that's a way we can do this because, again, it really shouldn't be a partisan issue. Sadly, it's become that. But trying to find ways to motivate people on both sides of the aisle is what we're trying to do. There's a time for partisanship. I don't think that this is it, though. I think that this should be a fight of America versus an impending communist regime, and that's what we have going on.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. All right, if you want to find out more, Cabot Phillips, you have campusreform.org. I would encourage you to go to the website, read the story, find out more about China's infiltration on our college and university campuses. And like Cabot said, there's a whole section there of the website all based on China. So you can get into details. You can find out more. And then the other part of this, which is so critical, everybody, and this is the very, very, very important part of this, and it's very simple. You have individuals like Cabot and Campus Reform that are working hard each and every day to recognize these issues, to question, to go after, to get the information to you. So support them, support the website, support Campus Reform, and support Cabot because they do important work. And it's with all of us together, your help as well, in visiting the website, getting the information, and having that information tucked into your back pocket. This is the way that we're going to be able to beat this. And with great folks like Cabot Phillips, who's joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right, Cabot, it's great to see you. And hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again. Love to have you on, my friend. We'll do it again.
Always appreciate it, Drew. Thanks so much. I really do.
All the best. All right, we'll see you soon. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
The crash at the Midpoint Bridge has cleared. Traffic is easing, so a little better as you're heading over the bridge to Fort Myers. But if you want a faster commute, you can always stick to the Cape Coral Bridge. Also, the crash in Lehigh Acres is active at Gunnery Road and 8th Street Southwest, but the delays here have decreased as well. So pretty good to go as you're heading northbound towards Lee Boulevard. However, a lot of fog in the area, especially my traffic. I'm seeing fog near Estero. Limited visibility on the interstate, guys. Make sure to use those low beams. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a summer-like forecast, hot and humid. 93 degrees, heat index 100 plus, with scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms with the best chance of rain the more inland that you get. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
If you want something, you gotta ask for it.
Just ask your smart speaker for us.
Hey Siri, play 92.5 Fox News.
92.5 Fox News.
Hi, Michael Crothers, owner of Pure Air Conditioning. Now that our economy is reopening and to help the community, we've decided to offer free emergency service calls through the week and cut our weekend rates in half. All Pure Air employees are supplied with gloves, foot coverings, and KN95 masks for your protection and theirs. If your air conditioner decides to break or you just aren't willing to take the chance, chat with us online at getpureair.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and I want to talk to you about my good friends at AMCO of Bonita Springs. You know, they're open. They are ready to handle any repairs or maintenance that you have for your car or truck, especially during these times. And look, they're taking precautions that they have to take to stay open at this point and to continue to earn a living for all of the team who depend on their paychecks for their families. They've adjusted their hours Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and they're encouraging you to drop off your vehicle. They know you've been through a lot together, and AMCO of Bonita Springs, I want you to remember, they opened the shop in 2008. That was during the recession then. And now, 12 years later, dealing with this again and these struggles brought on by the virus. So if you're in need of auto or truck repair, then you know where to go. It's AMCO of Bonita Springs. Kevin and his brother Todd have been side by side at AMCO of Bonita Springs since 2008. Together, we're all going to get through these difficult times. So give them a call. They're located on Burnwood Drive in Bonita, 992-2626. That's 992-2626. Will you give them a call today? AMCO of Bonita Springs.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list. And in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. License CCC 133-1790. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection.
When you're injured, the insurance company often tries to pay you less than you deserve. They call it business. We call it bullying. I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every day, we get our clients more than what the insurance companies initially offered and more than they were hoping to pay. Sometimes even 100 times more. How do we do it? It's simple. It starts with believing and it ends with betting. Believing in you and betting on ourselves. We use our size, our financial resources, and our reputation to take on the biggest bullies and get you the biggest results. We have recovered billions of dollars for our clients. You know what the insurance companies are hoping for? That you hire the wrong law firm that won't make those bets. That's why when you need a lawyer, the choice you make makes all the difference. Results matter, reputation matters, choices matter. So after an injury, who will you choose? There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Dial pound law on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. There's so many funny stories that are out there right now. I'm looking at Paul Krugman. You know, Paul Krugman is an economist and big lefty. And he was saying they're back to insisting, the president, the administration, that helping people in need makes workers lazy. And he wrote this article in the Washington Post, opposition to extending unemployment benefits because it makes people lazy. How dare you say something like that? Until Lachlan Markay pointed out that in his book, Essentials of Economics, his book, Princeton University, his book, it says some other countries, particularly in Europe, benefits are more generous and last longer. The drawback to this generosity is that it reduces a worker's incentive to quickly find a new job. You people are crazy, the left. So there's Paul Krugman saying, the Trump administration, you're saying it's going to make people lazy, they're not going to want to go to work if they're getting incentives from the government, and then you wrote a book on it.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
The Chinese government lied about the coronavirus. China unleashed the Wuhan pandemic on the world, costing trillions, costing jobs, costing American lives. My name is Casey Asgar. This crisis proves President Trump is right. We must control our border, bring manufacturing back to America, and stop depending on China. I'm Casey Asgar, and I approve this message. China must pay. America must rebuild. Our survival depends on it.
Eating dinner in your underwear?
Hey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home.
And due to these difficult times, we have extended our no diagnostic fees, no trip charges, no strings. Visit FloridaCoolToday.com to schedule. Carrier turn to the experts.
One thing I've realized from being cooped up in my house the way we have all been is that I need window treatments really bad. That's why I go to my friends at Your Style Window Treatments and Decor. Their phone number is 239-471-5006. Now, why? Well, they're a veteran, family-owned and operated business with multiple brands of blinds, shades, and shutters, and they have numerous fabric brands right there that you can see. And Your Style, of course, is you. They can take measurements and get you products for your home that fit your style. Installing products with an in-house team that is second to none, certified training. They are there from beginning to completion and providing work at any scale. From Marco Island, Sarasota, and LaBelle, listen, you want a design product? They can do that as well. Your Style Window Treatments and Decor. Give them a call today and find out more at 239-471-5006 or go to their website, yourstylewindowtreatments.com.
If you needed heart surgery, who would you call? A doctor who's done it every day? Or a doctor who's done it once a year? The same is true about your erectile dysfunction. At the Fort Myers Men's Clinic, our Florida physicians focus on one thing: solving your ED. High blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, prostate cancer, these all contribute to your ED. And our physicians at the Fort Myers Men's Clinic know how to solve your problems. We have over 50 different custom formulations tailored just for you. You get to try the medication containing FDA-approved ingredients right in our office. Your total cost for the consultation, test dose, testosterone, and PSA test is only $99. If the test dose doesn't work, you pay us nothing. So you have absolutely nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Call now, 239-317-7777. That's 239-317-7777, and move from skeptic to believer. 317-7777, 317-7777, or online at FortMyersMen'sClinic.com.
Here's to working people, the builders of things, the fixers of stuff, the movers and shapers of the land. You're good people. We just want to say thanks. Northern Tool and Equipment. Quality tools for serious work.
Northern Tool and Equipment is here to help. Our stores are open and cleaning around the clock. Contactless curbside pickup is available when you order on northerntool.com. Northern Tool and Equipment. Quality tools for serious work.
This Wink News update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
This is Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Lee County Sheriff deputies have arrested a suspect, Benjamin Page, in the Lehigh Acres homicide last weekend of Terrence Brown. Authorities say the victim had sexually explicit pictures of the two and refused to delete them. Naples police need your help to find several people who went on a destructive rampage at the 3rd Street Plaza shopping center. You can see the video of them smashing windows on the Wink News app. Call Naples police if you can help identify those vandals. This afternoon, there is another opportunity to pick up food if you need it. St. Matthew's House is hosting another food drive. It's at First Baptist Church of Naples on 3000 Orange Blossom Drive. It runs from 1 to 5 p.m. The state's letting some vacation rentals in Southwest Florida resume reservations. So far, only Charlotte and Lee counties have been approved. Vacation rentals may accept in-state guests for a maximum of 30 days. A giant wildfire burning in Collier County is now 90% contained. The 36th Avenue Southeast fire spread across 8,000 acres in Golden Gate Estates. It started a week ago and so far has destroyed a dozen homes. The Collier County Sheriff's Office will take a moment today to thank medical staff on the front lines. They'll be flying helicopters over NCH this morning. The flyovers are scheduled for 11 a.m. at Baker Hospital and 11:05 at North Naples. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
The crash at the Midway Bridge has cleared. Traffic is easing, so a little better as you're heading over the bridge to Fort Myers. But if you want a faster commute, you can always stick to the Cape Coral Bridge. Also, the crash in Lehigh Acres is active at Gunnery Road and 8th Street Southwest, but the delays here have decreased as well. So pretty good to go as you're heading northbound towards Lee Boulevard. However, a lot of fog in the area, especially my traffic. I'm seeing fog near Estero. Limited visibility on the interstate, guys. Make sure to use those low beams. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a little slice of summertime here in May as we will see the development of afternoon and evening scattered showers and storms. Now, the best chance of rain is going to be the more inland that you get, and especially near and east of I-75. You don't have the rain to cool you down, hot and humid. High temperatures in the lower to middle 90s, heat index 100 plus. And we continue with this type of pattern towards your Friday with afternoon and evening scattered storms, hot and humid before the rain tries to cool you down. More spotty showers and storms for the holiday weekend or in the afternoon and evening with those temps in the 90s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
The Corona Crisis.
Do you see the numbers like I see the numbers?
The latest numbers from the front line.
At the top and 30 minutes past.
On 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. We're excited to be open. The staff at Stevie's is here for you and will continue to serve you while putting your health and safety first. We invite you to enjoy a meal in our dining room with a limited menu and seating, or order from our to-go menu on StevieTomato.com for takeout, curbside pickup, or delivered through Bite Squad. Choose from the favorites you love, like our award-winning Chicago-style pizza, juicy chicken wings, full-up-the-bone rack of ribs, gourmet burgers, and more. We're on our way to a brighter tomorrow together, and this great country will prevail. And as you know, Stevie's is committed to your complete satisfaction of our food, service, and value. We're proud to have you as our great customers, and we'll look forward to seeing your smiling faces, eating, drinking, and laughing with us at one of our Stevie Tomatoes locations in Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and on Bite Squad. God bless America.
Stevie Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
We are Moran Wealth Management. Passionate about learning what's important to you and your family. Personable, with 24 professionals dedicated to attentive, customized service and focused on client relationships. Performance-driven. As part of Barron's top 1,200 advisors, Tom Moran, founder, CEO, and senior PIM portfolio manager, is Florida's highest-ranked advisor for 2019. Call 239-920-4440 today or visit MoranWealthManagement.com. Moran Wealth Management. Passionate, personable, performance-driven. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFS.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Galliana Kia in Fort Myers is open and we're here to help. Over 400 vehicles in stock. New 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease. 0 down. $149 per month. That's right, a new Kia for $149 per month with 0 down. Plus at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, you can drive payment-free for 4 months, interest-free for up to 75 months, and worry-free for 100,000 miles. Plus prepaid gas for up to a year. Our parts service and body shop are open to serve you. New Kias, 0 down, $149 per month at Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, 0 to signing plus tax, tag, title, doc, and dealer fee. 0 security deposit, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down.
92.5 Fox News.
Stay right, 92.5 Fox News. The Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. If you'd like to know it, good. 239-479-5592. YouTube. If you would like to know where you can watch each and every day, streaming live so you can see what we do here in the studio and watch the program, you go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. And you go there and subscribe to the channel, please. We appreciate it. Where can you go to see this mug? Right there. Look at that guy. That is, no... That's Jake the Millennial, who's doing tricks with a microphone. You will not get a chance to see this on the radio. If you're watching on YouTube, you could actually see Jake doing magic tricks or things with a microphone that he shouldn't be doing. You know, you're not supposed to be doing that, by the way. Did you get the memo? No. Yeah, the memo said no swinging microphones. Don't try to be Roger Daltrey. Anyone?
Lost me.
Top 5 audio clips of the day, everybody. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
I would also, I assume you care about fairness and accuracy in our elections, do you not?
Of course I do. But
Of
there's
course.
not evidence that there is widespread voter fraud.
There's evidence. You can go look this up on ProPublica. There was a bipartisan consensus on the fact that mass mail-in voting can lead to fraud. There was a 2005 commission by none other than President Carter, who's not a member of the Republican Party, and also James Baker about this, concluding that these ballots, quote, remain the largest source of potential voter fraud. So this is a concern. The president's right to look at this. We want a free and fair election, and that's his concern.
There you go. It's Kayleigh McEnany, press secretary. She is doing an amazing job. There's no evidence. Can you give me any evidence that there's a mail-in, fraud, a voter fraud with mail-in ballots? As a matter of fact, I can. Let me shift through some of the paperwork that I have here. I have a lot. Would you like me to be the journalist now, or when are you going to start doing your job?
Number 4.
Your lack of ability to handle this massive human catastrophe, the fact that you've made it worse, and that you make it worse every day. And that you won't even wear a mask to protect people from your germs. But the germs you're spreading on Twitter, first of all, Twitter, you shouldn't be allowing this. And you should be taking these tweets down. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You'll be hearing from me on this, because this is BS.
All right, if you've ever wondered what the definition of a Karen is, you see these memes and you've heard it on social media and you're like, what's a Karen? I don't understand. A Karen is somebody who feels entitled, typically a white woman in her 50s who's got this certain bob haircut that appears as if everything and everything revolves around them and that they feel entitled. And you're wondering, I wonder what that sounds like in human form. Like, who would be the personification of a Karen? That's Mika Brzezinski right there from MSNBC telling Twitter, you better take Donald Trump's Twitter feeds down. I'm going to go see the manager. I'm going to the manager's office and I'm going to get that person fired. So that's what a Karen is.
Number 3.
I will never refer to a president about being morbid in any shape or form if I'm Speaker of the House and it comes from a Democrat as well. No, I would not as Speaker use those terms. I will not rip up the State of the Union from a Democratic president either. I would hold that as the historical document that they're meant to be. I will not impeach just for political praises. not for any other. I will believe in the rule of law. I will not take over Congress just to have power and only allow 20 people to vote.
I love what Republicans, conservatives are doing now when the media asks the dumbest, stupidest questions, which is what they do, because they're not journalists, they're activists. Asking McCarthy there, minority leader in the House of Representatives, if you become Speaker, are you going to do the same thing? Are you going to talk bad about Joe Biden if he becomes President of the United States? What are you going to do, sir? Well, I'll tell you what I will do. I'm not going to call a president morbidly obese. I'm not going to impeach for political gain. I'm not going to rip up the president's State of the Union. I'm going to treat it as it should be treated, as a historic document. So how about that, everybody? You want to follow up on that? Good for him.
Number 2. You're asking me about the appropriateness of the actions of this president of the United States? So completely inappropriate in so many ways that it's almost a given. It's like a child who comes in with mud on their pants or something. That's the way it is. They're outside playing. That's what he comes in with doggy do on his shoes, and everybody who works with him has that on their shoes.
Go ahead, Jake. Make the face you were just making. Pull the microphone away so people can see. Can somebody explain to me, please? Seriously.
Bowl of doggy do.
What is Nancy Pelosi's fascination with dog feces? Why is it that she can't do any kind of press conference lately without mentioning feces, dog feces in some way, shape, or form? I'm not concerned about her mental... I kind of am. I mean, we should move on.
Number 1.
Our data is available. Our data is transparent. In fact, Dr. Birx has talked multiple times about how Florida has the absolute best data. So any insinuation otherwise is just typical partisan narrative trying to be spun. And part of the reason is that because you got a lot of people in your profession who waxed poetically for weeks and weeks about how Florida was going to be just like New York. Wait 2 weeks, Florida's going to be next. Just like Italy, wait 2 weeks. Well, hell, we're 8 weeks away from that, and it hasn't happened.
Yes. That is the governor of the great state of Florida with the vice president yesterday, Ron DeSantis, calling out the media saying, listen, it's DeSantis strikes back. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what's the, I'm trying to hum a Star Wars theme. Dun, 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 dun. He strikes back. What's the matter with you? You called for, you're saying it's going to be apocalyptic here in the state of Florida, and it's not. Why are you doing this? Good for you.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Good for the governor. Calling him out. Like, come on. When does Florida, as National Review talked about, hey, when does the Florida get an apology? Where does he go? Where does Ron DeSantis go to get his apology? For everything that they said was going to happen here in the state. The conventional wisdom has begun to change about Florida as the disaster so widely predicted hasn't materialized. He knows it. He sees this. All the left in this country, the media that is doing the journalistic duty that they do each and every day in their profession. Yeah, you know what it is.
Bowl of doggy do.
Got that right. What she said. That if you actually went out and spent some time and maybe looked at what was happening in the state of Florida and the good things that are happening since we started to open up and the opening that is happening that needs to happen because people need a paycheck and they need to go to their jobs. And what kind of need are we talking about? Oh, I don't know. More than 600 medical doctors wrote a letter to President Trump this weekend. What did they write a letter about? Did they say that we all need to stay home? Did they say that we need to shelter in place? No. They warned the president that continued shutdowns in response to the coronavirus pandemic are going to cause a serious mass casualty event. What would that be? Specialties from all over the states. They want to express their gratitude for their leadership, but their alarm over the exponentially growing negative health consequences of the shutdown. Do you think that it's all about staying away from the virus and sheltering in place? Because you do realize that the reason why we stayed in 15 days and then 30 days, the mitigation process was to make the virus go away, right? Oh, wait. It wasn't. It wasn't, was it? No, that's not what it was about. It was about flattening a curve, which is flat. We're flattening the curve right now until they take the goalposts and then they move them. But these doctors are talking about all the things that will happen, the concerns that they have about people not going to appointments at hospitals and getting treatments and getting screenings, the things that they need, life-saving screenings that they need to go at that are survivable. But the longer that they wait, the worse it will become because they're afraid to go out of their door. I talk to people in New Jersey and New York all the time. My parents live in New Jersey right now. I have relatives in Brooklyn I talk to all the time. And you know what's going on up there? They're scared to death. They're scared to death to leave their house. I've got people that I know in my family. I have people that are friends of mine in New York right now that are missing doctor's appointments, will not leave the house, will not go, will only do telemedicine, and will not get tests and screens that they need because they don't want to leave their house because they're scared to death. Why? Because the people in charge there have made it that way. And some of the policies that the governor there in New York, Andrew Cuomo, who's being elevated to a status that is unbelievable, the things that he did should be called out. Like sending COVID-19 positive nursing home patients back to nursing homes to put them in a place where they shouldn't be because that's where the most vulnerable are. We're told that that's where we need to be the safest and the most responsible, and yet the governor in New York was not. So good for the governor yesterday for calling out the media and calling it for what it is. But there's also an interesting part of this story that's not being discussed. Remember yesterday I said to you that you've got to wait. You've got to let stories breathe. You've got to take a story that's a negative story against Trump, whether it's the firing of an IG or a collusion hoax or
Sleepy Joe.
No, not Sleepy Joe. You can leave him out of it. It's a disaster for him right now, and he knows it. Just ask an expert.
I am not the expert.
We won't ask you. Trust me. We won't ask you about anything. But yesterday I told you've got to let stories breathe, like the one that was in the Naples Daily News and now in the news press about Rebecca Jones. You know, the scientist that was fired, Department of Health, fired by the governor, Governor DeSantis, because she was not, as a scientist, going to put data there up on the website that would claim that there were that there was less of an issue here in the state of Florida with some of the data that's out there because the governor wanted the state to reopen so desperately that they wanted to fudge the numbers. And she was like, I'm not fudging numbers. I'm not doing this. As a matter of fact, and I got fired because, is that really what happened? Did Rebecca Jones get fired because she refused to put data into a system as a scientist? Refused to put data into a system as a scientist here in the state of Florida that would have been manipulated data, that would have been positive for this administration, for the government, for the governor here in the state of Florida. So that reopening would happen as opposed to the real numbers, which is the real disaster numbers in the state of Florida that nobody's talking about. Well, hold on, everybody. I said you wait. And I said that the Naples Daily News putting out that story yesterday from Florida Today using Lucky Tran, an individual who organized Occupy Wall Street and climate change marches around the country, a big progressive liberal, looking at their Twitter feed to see what is his response. The minute I saw that, I knew that Florida Today article that was parroted by both the news press and the Naples Daily News was going to, hold on a second, it's a political season, everybody, something's not right. Well, if you remember the audio of the governor that I just played, calling out the media and saying, it's been weeks now. Everything's fine here after we've opened up. You've been parroting this idea that it was going to be apocalyptic and it's not. Well, you didn't hear the audio before that, everybody, because the reason why he got like that was the question before that, which was about Rebecca Jones. And one of these intrepid reporters said, well, what about Rebecca Jones, the scientist that was fired? Can you explain this, Mr. Governor? Can you give us an explanation? Why would you fire her? Why did you do this? Here it is.
So, one, she's not a data scientist. She's somebody that's got a degree in journalism, communication, and geography.
Well, she's communication and Geography? You mean she's not a scientist? She's not a data scientist? She's not one of the scientists that have been culling through and going over the data here in the state? And as a scientist, she can logically tell which data is right and which one. That's not her?
She is not involved in collating any data. She does not have the expertise to do that. She is not an epidemiologist.
She's not? Wait a minute. They made it sound like she was a scientist, like an epidemiologist, like she was somebody who understood all of this. That's not the case?
She is not.
No?
The chief architect of our web portal. That is another false statement.
The portal, right? She was the architect. No. She's a scientist that understands portals, and that's what she was doing. This portal that Dr. Birx was bragging about for the longest time. She's the one that put it together. No, she's not the one that put it together.
And what she was doing was she was putting data on the portal, which the scientists didn't believe was valid data. So she didn't listen to the people who were her superiors. She had many people above her in the chain of command.
All right, so she was told, hey, this is what you need to put out about the data. And she looked and said, what? I'm not going to do this because I'm a scientist and I'm an epidemiologist and I understand biology and any other thing that starts with the letter B that has a funny ology at the end of it. And I understand all of this. And so I reject this data. As a scientist, No, that's not the case. She was told to put the data in and she decided not to.
And so she was dismissed because of that and because of a bunch of different reasons about how she did. Come to find out, she's also under active criminal charges in the state of Florida.
What? So Rebecca Jones, the scientist who's not a scientist, who was the architect of the COVID-19 map that we all see, where you could go to Lee County and go county by county and actually see that beautiful architecture that was done that Dr. Birx was bragging about and said every other state should do this. She's not the architect of that either. And on top of all of this, that Florida Today, parroted by the Naples Daily News and the news press, ran with, she's under investigation. What?
She's being charged with cyber stalking and cyber sexual harassment. So I've asked the Department of Health to explain to me how someone would be allowed to be charged with that and continue on, because this was many months ago.
Yeah, that is a good question. How did she get this gig? And if they knew about this months ago, why did she still have the job? What's up with that? Now, understand something. I have questions on both sides. How did this person have a job? Who's in charge? I don't care if there's an R&D after their name. We got a problem, right? You have a problem too with that, right? We all are in agreement. Okay. But on the other side of this, you got to let these stories breathe, everybody. Sometimes you have to understand there's a little more to the story. And so the media, the press, the local press, we all have a responsibility. Either this is the case, or the governor's a flat-out liar. Either this happened or it didn't. Either the things that are being described about Rebecca Jones by many. I'm looking at a story here in the Capitalist that talks about the same exact thing, that this was not true. It's all fake, all of this. That what the governor is describing is true. Either it is or is not. And if you are a journalist, go do some journalism. Go do some investigation. Find out if this is true and then bring back the evidence. Because I'll tell you this. I promise you. Look at this face. If you're on YouTube and you're watching me, Drew Steele Radio. 3 E's on Steele. Please subscribe. If you're looking at this face, don't look at that face. Look at this face. I promise you that if this is not the case, and what I'm telling you is not the case, and what they said to begin with is true, I will correct this. But I need you as a journalist in the press here to do the same. All right, we got to run. Stay break, 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Thank you to all the patrons, healthcare workers, and those serving on the front lines.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
As the state begins to safely reopen, Brett Air continues to take care of their community. So in the coming weeks and months, should you experience any illness in your home, please be sure to let them know. Their technicians will continue to wear masks, gloves, booties, and maintain social distancing. They stand ready to ensure your comfort. Maintaining your home cooling needs is, as always, their top priority. Visit their website at brettairconditioning.com for specials and coupons. Again, that's brettairconditioning.com. Their top priority. Call Brett 239-566-3633. That's 239-566-3633. Or again, brettairconditioning.com.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
In times like these, when we don't know what tomorrow brings, the work we do at Morgan & Morgan becomes even more important. Our technology, remote resources, and diversified team are battle-tested and ready to represent you from the comfort of your home, wherever you are, whenever you need. We are here for you. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Dial pound law on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
At Mr. Sparky, our community is our top priority. As you spend more time at home, you may notice electrical problems that you have been putting off. Please don't DIY. Instead, give our team of professional electricians a call. We are open and ready to serve you. Call us today at 888-8-SPARKY.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
True relief for back and neck pain.
During these challenging times, Johnson Spinal Care at 596 Back is still here to help people who are dealing with pain or weakness from back or neck conditions like stenosis, sciatica, arthritis, or pinched nerves. We are doing our best to continue to help people who are suffering using non-surgical spinal decompression therapy. We have redoubled our sterilization efforts to help keep you safe. Everything is thoroughly wiped down between every patient. You can trust that at Johnson Spinal Care we are taking every precaution, so please don't hesitate to seek spinal decompression for relief from your back or neck pain. Painless, comfortable, and safe. Avoid spinal injections or surgery. Don't suffer thinking you can't get any care for your condition. Helping Southwest Florida for over 12 years, we are just a phone call away. Call our Medicare-friendly office for a telephone consultation to learn more about spinal decompression. 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
What happened while you were at work?
Trey's got you covered.
The Drive at 5 with Trey Radel.
Today on 92.5 Fox News.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 9 o'clock on Southwest Florida's News and Talk Station.